Are you kidding me? His nose is like all the way in the IPA. Wow. I was waiting for somebody.
You looked like you were about to say something.
I was?
Yeah.
No, I was just
you
resting.
Took a deep breath and looked straight ahead.
That's just my normal day-to-day stress, Ash.
Oh, well.
That's exactly what it is.
Gentlemen, happy Thanksgiving. Day after.
Day after Thanksgiving.
And to ring in the holiday season, DK is back in the basement.
Yeah.
What's up, fellas? What's up?
Since episode 3? 2.
Which was in August of 2022.
2. Oh my gosh.
Episode 2.
Been a little while.
And it has one of the greatest thumbnails on our YouTube channel, which is Dan in miniature form dancing on the table in a pair of Yeezy 350s.
Oh, my goodness.
That's such a clean picture.
I don't even know what picture you're referring to be honest. Oh, doing the Heisman pose.
With the Yeezys in your hand and on your feet.
Oh, my goodness. Was that the 350s or were those the 500 highs?
No, you had the 350s on your feet with 500 highs, right?
I'm going to pull it up.
So I managed to pull it. Yeah, okay.
Or, no, you had the 350s in your hand with the 500 highs on your feet.
Man.
I think it was one of the way.
Yeah.
That's when you were
idea.
like, you were like, they're comfortable, but I don't like them because I didn't sell out, so I'm going to return them.
Yeah.
That sounds like us. Sounds like any of us in our group. Ashton, you said the same thing recently about a shoe that just came out, right?
I wasn't listening. I was trying to pull this up for Dan. What are we talking about?
Oh, my goodness. There it is. My butt looks good. Kicked up over there.
He looks like you're on a mission, motivated.
I was on the way to get some more Yeezys, man.
Man in black. Those Yeezys just popping in his hands. Looking good. Yeah, dude.
You know what shoes I do miss, though?
You better not say the Wave Runners.
No.
You better not say the Turbo Greens.
You better not say the Spider-Mans.
All three. There's all three pairs right there, all right?
I absolutely knew it.
Are you going to say
that was a
it?
special moment.
I'm waiting.
Yeah, which one?
All three of them.
Oh.
Yeah.
You weren't gonna say
honestly,
that.
though, yeah, it was probably the Spider-Mans I missed the most. Those were beautiful.
And those are unobtainable now.
Are they? They probably went down. I feel like the sneakers are on a decline.
Depends what it is, but those, no.
Well, then. All right.
Wave Runners are still sitting at about $450.
They're that high? I thought I remember at one point they were like $350.
No. That's retail.
I know.
$320.
Well, yeah. Well, when they re-released, they were about that price resale, but I guess they've gone up.
They'll always go up.
The Wave Runners are still on eBay's front page for like the shoe section. It's the exact same pair of shoes that you had, the Wave Runners.
Yeah.
They haven't changed in like 3 years. It's the same exact photo.
Those are just
Iconic.
an iconic pair, yeah.
Especially on your feet, Dan.
Yeah.
That was your shoe.
It wasn't though. I don't feel like you guys say that, but I don't feel like that.
Dan had a lot of
Navarro
his shoes.
pulled
I
them
like
off.
them.
When he put them on feet, they look golden.
Mm.
And I feel like the same for you. You put them on feet one time.
No.
Yes, you did. You tried them on.
Bring that mic a little closer. I can't hear you.
You tried them on.
There he is.
All
Oh,
right.
that's sultry.
You're talking to him.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
I
don't
was-
ever need to bring the mic closer. You need to pull
I
it
was
further
really
away. He gets like Eminem halfway through the podcast, or he like wraps the cord around his arm and he starts like doing this when he
I was
talks,
about to bust out
and he gets so loud. Yeah. I was like, I'm definitely not talking to you.
I'm just making sure.
All right, so guys,
Hey.
y'all all had Thanksgiving together, right?
Yes.
So let's have the recap. How did it go? At Jesse's house this year.
First time. How was it hosting?
It was less stress than I thought it was going to be
Okay.
leading up to it. And then even the cleanup wasn't even that bad because we kind of did it throughout the evening once everybody started settling down. So that wasn't that bad. But the house was packed. Like, I guess it spread out pretty evenly, but like when we were all eating and stuff and just kind of walking around, it was packed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How many people?
26 to probably 30 after Jasmine's family came. I remember counting the night before, and it was at 26. But I didn't count Jasmine because I didn't know if they were coming or not.
Yeah.
So probably about 30 with the kids and everything.
It was a healthy amount for sure. It was definitely a healthy amount, but I guess with the 3 tables divided up, it never felt like overcrowded to me.
Yeah, everybody kind of segregated naturally. Like everyone that was watching football came in here and had a big table lined up over there. And then in the living room with like the kids and the women and stuff, they kind of stayed away.
Yeah, keep the kids and the women in there.
That's right. Yeah.
Out of the basement.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think it was fine. I think it went well. Wasn't too crazy.
Yeah, it was good. We had a good time. I yelled a lot during football games, but other than that, it was fantastic.
We had a couple fantasy players playing, so we were keeping up most of the day.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Did you watch any of the games?
Oh, yeah. Did anyone pick Jordan Love this week? Yeah, good for you.
26 fantasy points, man.
Good
Suck
for
on
you.
that, Andrew.
I think in the third or fourth quarter, the man's QB rating for the game was 135.
Wow.
Something
I was
insane.
I was
Yeah.
actually very upset.
Yeah.
Because I actually benched Jordan Love for Jared Goff in the
Oh.
score row. and when I tell you it was a
So
last minute
close.
move,
That's how it
I'm
goes.
telling you,
man.
I was like walking out the door to drive over to Jesse's. And I was like, let me create like a quick substitute real quick. And I went in there, swapped it. And when I tell you, I felt confident. Boy, I was walking out of that house just like struck my shoulders. I was like, we're getting this one. Lions were like 8-2 compared to the Packers. I was like, I feel good about this, and I shouldn't have. It was a terrible mistake.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, based on numbers, I could see that being not an unwise move. I didn't know this, but at the start of the game, they said Goff was the 3rd highest QB rating in the NFL up until this point of the season.
He's been pretty solid. There's a couple ups and downs, but what happens, I feel like he gets a little INT happy. Like, I don't know, he'll throw one and then throw like he does them in spurts. So he'll throw like 3 picks in a game, and then he'll have none for like 4 games, and then he'll do like 3 picks here. Like, it's always comes in like large amounts. So either way, he came through for me a little bit in the end. He ended up having like 18 points, but I was just at the whole game. I'm looking over at Jesse, and Jesse's just like, yeah. He's like, oh,
I needed it.
And I'm sitting there. I was so bitter. I was a little bit jealous. I'm not going to lie.
I desperately needed it. Yeah, I really did because both of we already talked about it, I'm sure, but I had Kirk Cousins at the start of the season and Joe Burrow, and both of them are out for the season. So I had to pick up Jordan Love earlier that week. I picked him up, and he performed very, very well.
It's great that he was still available though too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. But no, the games were really good. I really enjoyed watching them. And then we went out and played golf cart football for a while. That was pretty fun. It was actually short-lived. It was like the shortest we've ever played.
It was mainly because of the battery. It died.
Oh, that's true.
really
I
fast.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah, real fast.
You can't have nice things, man.
Who has a golf cart?
My dad.
Of course.
Yeah. Safe bet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really good. And then we
But-
came in and just zoned out, I guess, for the rest of the night.
It's not like a traditional golf cart though. Either it has like a bed, like a small bed in the back.
It's like a yard work golf cart. It has a bed that you can flip back if you pile it with leaves, you know.
So we sit in the back, like the small bed area. Someone sits in the bed, and then we just launch them and just see if we can connect. Like the driver has to try to time it. You know, the receiver has to try to catch, and we got to like try to lay it out in front of him so it's catchable.
Is it like one of those vehicles that Robert Vaughn and Kenny and those guys just drive around at people's?
Yeah,
It's like one of
kind of.
those?
Yeah. It has 2 seats and then like a small bed in the back. That's absolutely it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And you play football with one of those?
Yeah, you just sit in the bed and then someone's got to go drive. Hannah did the driving this year.
Yeah. So it's grown over the years. The original start of golf cart football was actually go-kart football. I used to have a go-kart with like a big rack on the top, and it was this was the most dangerous time of go-kart football because you would stand in the middle of it, and it was very top-heavy already, and there was one driver, and the go-kart was fast. Like one of those gas-powered, like low-to-the-ground go-karts. And we did that. I don't know how none of us got concussions or died. And then it evolved to like we would actually play football some years. Then we got different golf carts over the years. Now I think it's the best now if the battery wouldn't die. But you can actually like lay down in the bed and you spread your legs out so you can actually be safe in the back. And then it's all up to the driver to kind of get under the ball.
And you have a little bit, you have a little bit of flexibility because you can move around in the bed as well,
Yeah.
too. Kind of like get to the left or right. Or if it's short, you can kind of like lean over. The go-kart football is like if you shifted your weight, the thing was almost about to like, you were
Yeah.
ready to go down. So this one's
Yeah.
nicer and like, just not as dangerous. But this first couple of years, it was exciting.
Somehow no one has ever gotten hurt doing this. It's insane that none of us have ever gotten hurt.
Yeah.
Chase like stubbed his finger once or something, like jumping out of it. But other than that, there hasn't been any major injury.
Is this something all the men participate in?
For the
Yeah.
most part, yeah.
Yeah. This year's the first time. It's really just Hannah just wanted to drive the golf cart.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a lot less people than usual.
Yeah.
That play football or that were at Thanksgiving?
Well, usually we have, I don't know, usually for some reason I remember just like over the years we had like.
We've always had more people.
Yeah.
This year was the least.
Yeah, we always, Julianne and Kylie both didn't come.
And
this
Billy and
year.
Ashley.
Usually, and Billy and Ashley. So there's usually like Ryan, Matt,
least-
Billy, and
At least 3 more guys. Yeah.
Mhm. So this year was really just
And
us 3 and Lou.
Yeah. And we're getting old now. We don't really play football anymore. So that's why the golf cart football has become more popular. Last year we did like a gauntlet thing where we like had a tire hanging in the tree and we would like put a rope around it. We would throw it and you try to throw the football in it. And then we did like a cone really far away and you try to hit it. It wasn't very exciting, but that's what we did.
Well, when are you going to embrace the full-on white male 30-year-old backyard pastime of cornhole? Just
Nah, we're not a
bye.
cornhole
Just-
family.
Speak for yourself.
We have
Speak
never
for
played.
yourself. I love.
We've done it at the
cornhole.
lake. I see it more as a lake thing.
look, this is the final destination of this evolution.
Yeah.
Right?
There was
it began with
family-
go-karts and it's going to end with cornhole.
There was families in the front of our neighborhood playing cornhole in the morning. Me and Dad came back from the liquor store. Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, I mean you can hold a crispy Mickey in one hand and throw the bag.
Is that
in
what
the
you
other.
guys do?
No,
Do you guys even go outside?
no.
Wow.
Wait, no.
He
looked at you
He's
like,
what are
"You're
you
crazy."
talking about? Yeah. Who goes outside?
I would absolutely love to do cornhole. I love.
We
it.
have the boards here. We've just never it never would have crossed my mind.
Man, I'd be dropping dimes from out there.
You have a cornhole set?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Not me, but my parents. No one
let's
plays
not let
cornhole.
dust accumulate on it. Let's get that out.
I'd do it.
Yeah,
It sounds like we're playing cornhole next year. I didn't think anybody would be that
Sign-
into
we're
it.
all white
We'll
males.
create
in
a-
our
let's
early
get a
30s.
bracket going. We'll get a bracket. Like let's get a whole tournament going.
Yeah.
We also
We-
got to
we-
get the. We got to test out the cornhole boards too. I'm a little picky. I'm a little bougie when it comes
Yeah.
to cornhole.
They're not good ones.
I got to have some good boards. you
They're
know?
not good
Maple
ones.
tops.
Yeah, like, you got to have like a good.
A good lacquer finish on.
You got to have some slide to it, man. You can't just be out there like you got some boards you like throw the bag on, and then the whole board like bounces
Yeah.
up in the
I
air
shoot.
and stuff like that.
I shoot.
Yeah,
it.
that man Kobe's it from like 40 feet back.
Yeah. I can't play regular cornhole. I have to shoot it like a jump shot.
Oh please.
We do horseshoes when we're at Uncle Louie and at Pam's.
Yeah,
they have
we
a
do
nice
horseshoes.
regulation size horseshoe thing.
Random fact about me. Here we go. I have a certificate from the Guinness Book of World Records for participating in the largest cornhole contest.
What year was that?
2016.
Ooh.
No, it was earlier. It was like 2014. Never mind.
I still would have believed you. I still believe you.
It was in Anaheim, California. So
Oh, was it that the AT&T thing?
Yeah, it was the AT&T thing. It was when so the author, like the dealer that I worked for AT&T wasn't real AT&T. It was like a company that looks like AT&T, but they were owned by GameStop. So they flew us out to the GameStop conference in Anaheim, California, and they were like, just for fun, we're having a cornhole contest. And the next thing I know, I'm just showing up first round. I mean, it's a round 4 out of like 7 rounds, and they were like, oh, just so you guys know, everyone, even losers, like all got a certificate on the way out.
Wow.
Saying we were in the world's biggest cornhole tournament. Since then, it has quickly, like that record is quickly broken. Like,
Yeah.
But yeah, I do have that for a brief moment in time. I got that certificate. So
Cornhole and pickleball. That's what we have to look
I don't think
forward
we'll
to.
ever do pickleball.
No
No.
pickleball?
What is pickleball?
It's all the rage now, and it's like tennis with plastic rackets.
Yeah. It's like
That's
if you want to
basically
play
it, right?
tennis but you got bad knees, you play pickleball.
It's like
So it's still like a court with the net, and you
Mhm.
just go back
Mhm.
and forth.
it's like half the size of a tennis court. It's pretty much small tennis.
Why call pickleball?
That's the name of the ball.
So it's
don't
it's not a tennis ball,
Mm-mm.
and
It's a
they're
pickleball.
They're not regular racks.
No, they're like
They're better. They're like
They're
a
small
cross
and
between
plastic.
ping pong and like tennis.
there you go.
Like it's a little bit larger than ping pong paddle, but it's shaped like a tennis racket. But it's like it looks like a bigger.
Because there's not
Ping
enough
pong.
games that are set up like tennis.
Yeah, you got tabletop. You got half size, which is pickleball.
You got
And
tennis,
you got full tennis.
and then you got racquetball.
Oh,
Pretty
yeah.
much the same thing, except you're hitting it against a wall. And then you
Wow.
got that. What's the one the old ladies play?
Badminton.
Badminton. That's
There
it.
it is.
Yeah, you got badminton too, man. How many times are you gonna reinvent the same game?
Yeah.
So that was our Thanksgiving, dude. There was something really funny that happened yesterday that I wanted to tell Ashton about.
Something funny?
Yeah, I'm completely blanking now. I guess it'll come to me later.
Did it involve anybody else, or was it just
Yeah.
like?
I don't know. There's no point in us fixating on it. I'm not gonna remember.
Well, how was your Thanksgiving?
Before we get there, gentlemen, favorite dish at the meal?
Ooh. Mine's always. I'm probably gonna end up saying mac and cheese most of the time.
The
Love
mac and cheese was hella good this year.
and stuffing.
Stuffing's always
The best.
the best.
Did we have stuffing?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Of course.
Sweet Joanne made it.
It's always a toss-up. I'll go this year, stuffing, mac and cheese, green bean casserole.
I
the
thought you were
top
gonna.
three?
I thought he was gonna say corn casserole.
No, we don't talk about corn casserole around here.
Corn casserole's fourth.
Is it?
Yeah. It was,
You're running out of dishes,
but,
Tim.
but listen, they're all like right next to each other. So it's like, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, but how close? They could all flip-flop. Either way. That mac and cheese was hella good, though.
I don't know if I had a favorite this year. The
Mac and-
ham, I always look forward to the ham, and it was
Yeah.
on point this
Yeah.
year. Honey baked ham.
I'll take a ham over a turkey most days.
I didn't touch the turkey
Like
yesterday.
99% of the time, I'll take ham over turkey. And then with turkey, I will only touch the dark meat.
Yes.
I don't know why. You're the same way?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did you guys have the turkey yesterday?
Just some dark meat.
Was it okay?
It was okay.
Yeah.
Problem with turkey is it has to be like perfectly executed
Mhm.
or else it's just a little too dry.
You're talking about the death of the turkey or the cooking of the turkey?
The cooking of the
Okay.
turkey.
Why would the death have to be just right?
Well, he said it has to be perfectly executed. So,
Like cooking wise.
He's got a brain on
this
him.
guy.
I like that.
No,
I
I
wasn't paying
thought
attention.
there might be some taste thing associated with that.
You got to
Like,
scare it.
How you
Have
kill?
you heard that thing? You can you scare an animal and then kill it, and it supposedly tastes better because the adrenaline.
Well, no,
comes through
like,
it?
do you pump it full of lead or do you cut its head off? I'm sure there's an optimal way to.
I think you chop the head off for a turkey, right? No, I've heard this before. Have you not heard this?
I feel like I have. It's just so funny. Like I don't know why.
I swear I've heard that before.
Like, I could just imagine somewhere in like Publix. They're like, "How good is this turkey?" And the butcher's like,
How
"It's
is-
good. He had a quick death."
How was it
it
executed?
was properly executed.
Yeah. Did you guys see the video this year of someone that cooked a turkey and inside the turkey was a baby turkey and they didn't know it and it was pregnant when they killed it and
Oh.
cooked it?
Ugh.
They were going to put the stuffing in and pulled it out.
Oh,
I
that would
don't like
cancel
that.
Thanksgiving.
It ruined
right there.
Thanksgiving. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's when he switched to ham.
yeah. They're just get a ham. We're all safe there.
Yeah.
I feel like it's easier to cook. There's less of a surprise.
Mhm.
No
Mhm.
baby turkeys.
Tim, I'm so sorry. So you said the turkey was properly executed.
Was it good?
It was
fine?
okay.
Okay.
It was okay. I prefer the ham yesterday.
Yeah, me too.
All right, cool.
Now, what I will say is leftover turkey, I enjoy making like turkey sandwiches.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Some cold turkey sandwiches.
Do you put a moist maker in there?
I see what you did there.
Put a moist maker right in the middle.
So I guess you didn't.
No.
It's from Friends.
Friends.
Yeah.
You got to put a piece of bread slathered in gravy
Mm-hmm.
right in the middle of the sandwich. That's what you call the moist maker.
It's a moist maker. Yeah. So how was your Thanksgiving, Ash? Let's continue. Catch us up on your Thanksgiving.
It was good. So I told y'all last week I had an uncle come down from Iowa, so that was cool. Getting to hang out with him.
On your mom's side or dad's side?
My mom's side. It's my
Nice.
mom's brother. I only get to see him about once a year, so he actually came down, one, to see my grandparents, but also apparently one of the Cathy families moved, and they kind of had an estate sale and sold everything that was in the house, or a majority of what was in the house, and that included cabinets. And my uncle is like an amateur woodworker. Like he can make solid wooden furniture. It's actually impressive. But anyway, somehow he ended up getting these cabinets out of this house. So he was driving down here in a truck to pick the cabinets up and take them back home. So he must have gotten some.
Did he say where the sale was? Do you know?
I don't know.
Because I delivered to one of the Cathy families.
I
So
feel
like
like
Jonesboro, I feel like a lot of them live in Jonesboro
Mhm.
area,
yep, yeah.
around the lake and stuff like that.
And my mom's other brother was the one. He lives down here. He actually went and picked them up, and they were at my grandparents' house. So he came down here also to pick those up. But anyway, it was good having him. Tanner did not come down, unfortunately. Yes.
Dang.
Obligations with school, so he wasn't here. But everybody else was there. So did it at my parents' house. I would say this is probably the most food we have ever cooked. It was insane. And I would probably put y'all to sleep naming all the things that were prepared here. But it was like you can make 2 plates and you still would need a third one to get everything on there. I didn't eat half of the stuff. And, you just love to see it. It was a good time.
Do you guys have like you have a lot of people for your Thanksgivings, or is it typically just your immediate family members?
So immediate family, my mom's parents, and then one of my mom's brothers. This year we had both brothers down. So what is that? And Caden's married now. So we probably had 10 people. Yeah. So not that many people. But yeah, it was good. It's just one of those things, man, where it makes you thankful for the couple of holidays every year where everyone gets together, and it's just, you're catching up, and yeah, it was good.
That's great, man.
So you said there was hella food, but there was no green bean casserole.
No green bean casserole.
Why?
There were green beans. There was broccoli and rice casserole.
Actually, we had for the first time rice at our Thanksgiving.
Just
Yeah,
regular
We've never
rice.
had rice.
No, it was mushroom rice.
Yeah, it was really good.
It was really good. Yep. I think Kara made it.
Mm-hmm.
It was really
Mushroom rice.
good. Mm-hmm. It does have like this almost like a. It's not like super thick, or it's just like has somewhat of like a sauce all the way through. Though I feel like there is some. It's not like, I don't know. It was just mushroom and then some kind of sauce that was like with it. But it was awesome. It was really good.
Nice.
I was a fan of it.
Yeah.
I enjoy everything. It's just hard to put in number order.
There's there was an interesting dynamic last night. I would say in the atmosphere overall. My sister-in-law was about to give birth. So everyone is in anticipation for, it's going to be within the next month. So the realization that we're about to have it's been all adults for the last few years.
Yeah.
And even though Ace is a teenager, he's like an adult. And we're going to have small kids again in the picture. So it's exciting. It'll be especially exciting at Christmas to have, a little kid to be
Yeah,
excited.
just seeing like kids excited on like Christmas and everything is awesome. So how are your parents taking like being grandparents?
It hasn't hit them yet.
No.
It'll be one of those things after the fact that
It'll hit them when they hold them for the first time.
exactly.
That's when my parents felt it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can tell the second they felt it,
I know my mom's excited about it, but I don't think it's hit either of them yet.
Mm.
I don't think it's hit Caden yet. It will.
It will very quickly, as a matter of fact.
I asked Navarro about it because Lucy is like within 2 weeks, I think. She's like pretty much at a day-to-day. Could happen. And I was over there. I stopped by a couple days ago, and I was like, dude, so like he was showing me the baby room and stuff. And I was like, dude, you're about to like seriously, like next time I see you, you're going to have a baby in your hands. And I was like, do you feel it or anything? He goes, I was like, do you feel anything different? He goes, not really. I was like, okay, you will.
That's just Navarro, though, too.
Yeah.
Though. I feel like no matter what really happens, he has like the same temperament.
Level-headed.
Yeah. He's just always going to be like that.
I was like, seriously, next time I see you, you're going to be holding a child.
Yeah.
This is sick. And he goes, yeah, and then he's just
No big
talking about
deal.
going to work the next day. I was like, all right.
You just grab him by the
another day.
shoulders.
Yeah.
You are with child, man. Do you feel anything?
Yeah. Are you dead inside or
Give
not?
me something. Oh man.
Yeah.
No, it was good overall though. No fires, Tim. So.
Well, we got Christmas. He's still got a month left.
Yeah.
Could happen.
I forgot that he said something about that last week when I was
Yeah.
listening back to it. I was like, oh, let's
Mhm.
not relive that. But the Christmas decorations went up at my house today. So
Is that an all-day thing?
yeah, and it's still
Take you a
not
while?
done.
Do you go outside too, on the house?
No, we haven't done that the last few years.
Hmm.
Did you finish yours?
No, I still need to do the other side.
I saw you when I just about turned in the driveway.
Hmm.
Or
Yeah, all this is done. Yeah,
yeah.
I need to get I'm gonna try to get away with not doing it. And try to procrastinate a little bit.
You think that'll work?
Nope.
Not a chance. Not a chance.
Nope. Probably not.
Is your inside, like all the decorations inside up, though? I saw
Yeah.
obviously some, but.
Yeah, I think for the most part everything's up. I can't really think of anything else we haven't done yet.
I just love that wherever you walk in the house, there's just that faint scent of fir, spruce, or
Those
whatever
are
that
pine
is.
sticks.
Pine sticks.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And so it's from the pine sticks we used to do
Yeah.
years ago. I have one in here too. But then in the very back, my dad has a whole wall of, I don't know, I think they're spruce trees, whatever they are. And Savannah chopped like a bunch of them and spread them throughout the house. Like wherever the garland is, there's some real like wrapped into it. So it's like a consistent scent of it.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's really cool.
So the big trees all the way in the back, right? Like
Yeah,
the
you know
wall
the
of
line?
trees on
Yeah.
the back side?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yep. She went back there with like a huge cart and just chopped a bunch down and spread it out.
Nice.
Hmm.
Oh my.
Yeah. It gets festive around here, man.
And that's not a real tree, right?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't do real tree. I've never done a real tree. I don't think we ever will do a real tree.
Yeah. Do y'all do real
I-
trees, Sam?
Absolutely not. They smell good though.
They do. When I was younger, we did real trees.
Yeah.
I just always wonder, I'm like, man, how to dispose of it now? Like,
You set it on fire.
you just set
New
it
Year's
on
Day.
fire. That's
Yeah.
what I'm thinking. But
You celebrate as a family.
with my luck, I would set off like the world's largest wildfire, like in Georgia. Like
Yeah.
this guy lit his Christmas tree on fire.
You guys have never done it, right?
Lit up Locust Grove.
Oh, there's a massive fire breakout outside of Locust Grove High School.
You guys never did real, right?
No, because Tanner and Caden are both allergic to them.
Oh wow.
So we quickly found out. We had real trees a few years, but it was like by the time I was 5 or 6, we had stopped doing them. Are you and Christy doing artificial?
Yeah, we have an artificial.
Yeah.
It's already
I
up.
feel like most people, which I guess is kind of sad. You don't really see a lot of folks with the tree, bungee corded to the top of their SUV
Yeah.
driving down the road anymore.
Yep.
Like Christmas with the Cranks.
But I've heard too that trees have gotten crazy expensive to go to a tree
Yeah.
farm and cut them down.
My helper
imagine
said this
so.
year it doubled the price from last year. He said they're like over $100 now for just like a normal size tree.
Ouch.
Ouch.
Man, and you can get a fake one for $300. You can get a very nice one. It'll last you 10 years.
Actually, the fake trees I feel like are getting cheaper.
Are
Yeah.
they?
Like, yeah, like I feel like everywhere you go now, they're always like 50% off or 25% off somewhere, and the trees that are normally 150, 200, 300, you can get now for 150 and like under. Like,
This one I got for like $16 Black Friday, like 5
That's
years
awesome.
ago. Like
Yeah.
they are.
Wow.
You're right. They're stupid cheap.
me and Christy, like Target had a 50% off sale, so we got
Yeah.
a 7.5-foot tree for like $70. Like
Yeah.
it looks great.
Damn.
So yeah, it was great. I was like, hey, they're 50% off,
Mhm.
and she was like, say no more, I got this. And I was just like, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
They've got Alexa controlled trees.
Oh yeah.
I think they're about $400 for the full size ones, but just crazy pattern, light shows, and it's
would be
plays
cool to
music.
do.
It's
Yeah.
pretty impressive.
Maybe not Alexa. Maybe we'll get a HomePod one, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't do Alexa.
we're not animals.
In true Apple fashion, they'll catch on like 3 years from now.
Yeah,
It'll be
exactly.
$1,200.
And we'll be talking, and he'll be like,
Yeah,
You're like, shut up, Siri tree.
20% lighter than the competition.
Yeah.
These bristles were hand applied.
Yeah. With 18% brighter bulbs.
They would come up with some fancy
your
name
pleasure.
for nothing that does absolutely nothing.
The dynamic island is now in your Christmas tree.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of the dynamic tree? No, you haven't, because we just made it.
Stupid.
It's a titanium trunk.
6% lighter.
The curvature of each branch is individually like crafted by our engineers in the back. Have you guys seen the Christmas lights though that you can control and edit with your smartphone though? I really wanted to get them, but the way my bank account's set up, it wouldn't let me. But they're like $200 Christmas lights, and you of course set up your tree the way that you want it to, and then you take a picture of it. And your phone will properly identify like each light bulb, and you can color coordinate and like write out what you want it to do. So you like it'll have the Christmas tree on your phone, and you can select a color and then like draw a line, and it will be that like light strip that you draw will be that color, and you can change and edit like the whole tree the way you want it to be.
What?
It's absurd. It is so cool, but they are expensive. Like I said, $200 for like 600 lights or something like that. So they are expensive. But
Speaking of Christmas, Ash, I downloaded something today.
Okay.
Let's see if this is actually going to work.
Was that on YouTube Music?
It's on Apple Music, my friend.
It's on Apple Music? I'm
Well-
glad Tim Cook got with the program.
Well,
and-
here's the thing,
and
I had to
added that
buy it.
back.
It's on YouTube Music.
It is, because
Yeah.
I looked for it.
Remember this one?
Yes.
Yeah. I got the whole EP.
I remember that one. Wow.
Ashton was saying he couldn't find it forever.
They took it off. Yeah.
Yeah. I had you can buy it on iTunes, and I just added it to my library.
You can buy it on iTunes, so that's how you get it on there. I have.
This man's busting out his iPhone right now. There was zero hesitation.
Well, allow me to make a subtle flex. I have YouTube Premium, so I'll just download on YouTube
Yeah.
Does everyone have YouTube Premium here?
God, no.
Music.
It's the best subscription
Heck no.
service.
It's a sore subject.
I don't know why you say that.
It is the best subscription service.
It is.
They were complaining about it a couple weeks ago. How it was raising the price. They're like,
Yeah.
it's absurd. And then I was like, oh, are you going to change it? He was like, of course not.
No, I'll happily
All this
pay it.
over commercials on YouTube?
That's it. You don't do premium, right?
No, I
I
don't.
think me and you are the only people left on Earth.
I don't watch YouTube like that. Like, I watch it for maybe fantasy football. Like, I'll watch some footballs to get some ideas and stuff. But like, on a regular, no.
Tim, when you and I watch
Here we go.
Fall Girls, we don't have to watch a 30-second ad before enjoying the
For a
content.
2-minute video.
Right. But Jesse does.
Yeah.
It's 5 seconds. You could skip.
And this is how my weekends go. And I'm sure Ashton's will go
Yeah,
the
let's
same
get
way.
into it. Well, you run out of time?
YouTube Premium is very needed for the weekends because right when I wake up at 9 o'clock in the morning on a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday morning,
Oh, my.
I'll probably spend 3 hours straight in the morning
You want
just
to
on
plant
YouTube.
a flag, Dan?
Hold on.
You want to plant a flag?
Okay, listen, the real flex is not YouTube Premium here. It's Tim casually dropping a 3-day weekend every single weekend. Like,
He texts Ashton.
that's the real flex.
He texts Ashton every Thursday. He's like, "It's Thursday," like it's Friday. Stupid man. So you don't have time for ads, is what you're saying?
No. If I'm watching 3 hours in the morning on YouTube, that's like 30 minutes worth of ads.
3 hours
That's
of
not
what,
even
though?
close.
Like
Not even
YouTube
close
is
to
just
30
like
minutes.
it's
A
not even
lot
like
of
real
videos have more
shows.
than one ad.
Yeah, but it's not 30 minutes.
They'll have them
You
sprinkled
skip
in.
after 5 seconds.
Yeah, it'll
No.
literally tell you the
you
time
can't
frame.
skip all the ads.
You
Sometimes
can skip
you have to
ad
watch
in
30.
5 seconds.
An ad is
Sometimes
no longer
you have to
than
watch
15
the 30
seconds.
seconds.
No,
You could never have to watch 30 seconds.
none of the videos.
You don't know
I
because you've
watch.
never had premium. What are you trying to? You never. Not
I
had
did
premium.
in 2016, and then I quickly realized that it was an issue. And then I fixed it.
Does your Hulu have ads?
No.
No, it doesn't.
Why would anything have ads?
So this man has a 3-day weekend, no ads on YouTube or Hulu.
Literally everything is coming up all Tim.
It's, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
first of what month?
Exactly. Exactly.
Amen, Tim.
There he is. He's repping.
Yeah, I've had premium since beginning of 2017. It's been $9.99 a month for
And then they raised
6
the
years,
prices.
and now it's raising the price.
$11.99?
In 2024, we'll raise
It's
the price.
$13.99 for me.
13.
It was $11.99.
Yeah.
I think
I
Tim's
actually think I
grandfather
might
did.
have it though. I'm over
Well,
here.
until next year, Ash.
I have to double check, but that might be one of those subscriptions that squeak through the cracks. I might still be paying
And
for that.
Another point, not yesterday, the day before, Wednesday night, I watched a 46-minute video on YouTube, and that probably would have had at least 10 ads.
It's just not true, dude. It's not true. I regularly watch 26-minute videos from Chase After the Right Price. There's one ad in the beginning, and that's
People can
do
put
have
as
premium.
many ads as
He
they want.
does.
it. Well, then you're watching the wrong people. I'm back to the only one.
Dan does that.
Come on, Dan.
I'll get on canceling
didn't have
it
to
right
say
away.
it on recording.
I know.
So, Dan, you have YouTube Premium. What's it like?
Yeah. Well, I couldn't tell you. I mean, I barely watch YouTube. I watch fantasy. I watch fantasy headliners, which is like they tell me what wide receivers to start and like sit. That's really about it.
I'm just blessed you guys let me hang out with you still.
So, there
Says
is...
the guy with the podcast studio. But you know,
You can... I don't know if...
Why are you doing that to me, man?
you came at me, man. I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know if it was always a thing, but they have family plans now on YouTube Premium.
Then add me.
It's not the same tier. You have to pay 20.
I bet you're gonna add Hannah.
You have to pay $21 a month for 4 people. Can be on your premium.
$21.99.
Yeah.
Yeah, money's no object with YouTube Premium, Tim.
I mean, I do that with my Apple subscription.
I have family and I don't charge anybody.
Yeah, look at God.
Come on, Tim. Be
No, I'm
nice.
saying I don't pay the $21.99.
Well, you should. You're about to have a family.
You have my Hulu. It's fine.
I would rather have your YouTube, I'll be honest with you.
Really?
I hate ads so much.
So now the
truth comes
the
out.
true colors are
Yeah,
showing.
there it is.
Oh my God.
But that's also to play into that. Jesse also pays for like Apple Music and everything. There's
So do I.
you pay for both?
Yes.
Wow.
Should
I just give him his own couch?
He's sitting on a small fortune. No, that's the problem.
Listen.
Give me a fold-out chair. I don't know
yeah.
if I deserve this. Like in this vicinity.
He is sitting on a substantial small fortune.
Hold on. Let's plant a flag. So I will say this: it is. I'm paying for YouTube TV now,
Okay.
which is $74.99,
Yeah.
and I'm giving YouTube $14, so I'm paying $89 a month
To Google.
to YouTube. Yes, which is almost $1,200 a year.
How
But
do you feel about it?
I got to watch football, and it has been outstanding for college football.
Yeah.
I mean, every game I want to watch is on YouTube TV. So I will probably have to do some kind of MLB Game Pass,
League Pass.
whatever League
Yeah.
Pass, whatever they call it.
I think
Next year, though,
it's-
because
uh-huh.
the baseball selection wasn't very good this season.
It's
Do you
not
guys-
too much. I think it's only $90 for the whole year or something.
Do they do like a bundle deal where you can do like YouTube TV and Premium, and it's like kind of like a slight discount?
No.
No. They'll do it in a couple of years. I'm sure they will.
And there's an additional $4.99 bundle upgrade you can do on TV for 4K.
Oh yeah.
I haven't done that.
Do you have a 4K TV?
Yes.
Why not?
I don't want to.
Oh.
Because
There's
once
not-
I do it, I won't be able to go back.
I think that also gives you unlimited streams though too. In the household.
Oh.
So if I'm not mistaken, I don't know because I don't pay for it. I'm on Lou's plan.
Me too.
From my understanding, you get
Pour your
4K
glass.
and unlimited streams.
Mm.
The both, but I'm not 100% sure on that. That could have been an old thing and they changed it later or something. But
Okay.
I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I might eventually upgrade to the family plan for YouTube Premium just because
You're going to have
About to have a
family?
family?
I'm not going to say that.
Cheers.
Hold on. I'm not going to say that I feel a certain way about it, but I don't want to walk into my living room and see
You are such a snob.
somebody watching YouTube with ads.
Yeah.
You know, it just won't feel right.
You are such a snob.
It won't feel right.
I don't want to see anybody in my home watching ads.
Hey, how are you doing on supply over there?
Supply and demand. He has a whole nother bottle, Ash. It's okay.
That's why I was being courteous.
Hey, Dan's got nowhere to be.
I got nowhere to
Fill
be.
the man's glass.
Dan, I am happy you're here.
I am too, man.
I am happy,
happy
you're
to be
here.
here.
I think your original video still has the most views, right?
Oh, just there's that one anomaly. There's a video. It was episode 5 or
Oh,
6
when you're
where I
doing
have
the-
my arms up in the air and
Yeah.
it's got 700 views.
Wow.
It just, I think it got featured on some page.
We're famous in Belgium.
Belgium. Yes.
We've
that
got
makes sense.
14 downloads in Belgium.
Downloads is that like offline? Like people just want to watch you on repeat?
No, that's Spotify and
Mhm.
Apple Podcasts.
Gotcha.
So once you subscribe, it automatically downloads every week.
Gotcha.
So that's some sort of...
The same amount of downloads as we have in Asbury Park, believe it or not.
Oh, I wonder who that is. What a coincidence. My sister just happens to live there.
Larry sent me a ugly Christmas sweater yesterday,
Yeah.
and it says,
You guys are like accountant buddies, I feel like. It has something to
yeah.
do with accounting, I feel
They're tight.
it says, I'm a freak in the sheets, and it's got the Excel
Excel
logo
sheets.
below it.
Tell me you guys bought it.
I was
is
like,
so
dude,
perfect.
I've got to own that. And
That is so funny.
the video he sent me, it said something like, the thing you wear to work to get sent to HR.
Yeah.
Oh, man, it was great.
He's got a foxy redhead in HR.
Do you? Okay, so this would be quite the predicament you're in.
Let's plant the deepest of flags and talk about this. Dan, the reality is she's not a redhead.
Oh.
He was just describing her to me one day, and I was like, she has red hair, doesn't she? He goes, no. I was like, in my head, she has red hair.
Yeah, that's
So that's why I always say from now on.
Okay. So
Yeah.
that's quite the conundrum. Because she is in HR.
You know she did that on
You know,
purpose.
It's
You
like
she absolutely did that on purpose.
did what?
Went
a career
into
in
HR. Yeah, she knew
Oh.
what she was doing.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not picking up what you're putting.
She is very attractive, and she's in human resources.
Yeah, you can't. Well, I mean, what do you do? I mean, proceed with caution, my man. That's all. That's all I can really say. HR, that's quite the predicament.
Yeah.
I hope it works out for you too.
We're trying to say get in trouble, Ash.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I actually just hung out with Larry and Alicia. They were in Orlando. I went to go see him.
Ooh.
Went to Harry
They went
Potter
down there
Worlds.
with you?
Yeah, I met them
Nice,
down
man.
there. Yep.
Nice.
That was Larry's first time ever seeing Harry Potter World. So.
Larry did tell, Jesse was on the phone with him a few weeks ago, and he did say something about going to Orlando.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they went to Fort Lauderdale, and they were in and out about if they were actually going to take a vacation, and then last minute they decided to pull through. So they called me literally last Monday, and we're like, "Hey Dan, we're going to go on vacation to Fort Lauderdale, but we're thinking about making a stop in Orlando and going to see Harry Potter World. Would you want to go?" And I was in Orlando Tuesday night, so like I was like, "Hell yeah, man,
You're
let's
"Say
go."
less." Thank you, sir.
Hey, can we get a cheers?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Tim's got a shot.
He's got a whole shot over here.
cheers!
It's,
Cheers, guys.
It's the cocktail of the night. It's Chairman's Reserve. Very high end.
Dan
rum.
did not like the Chairmans last night.
From the Forgotten Casks.
From
The cask that should
casks.
best be forgotten.
That's right.
from the cabinet
There's
of JJ
Dan-
Carell.
Oh, that's what I wanted to tell him about last night. Our shot situation. Do you remember that happened? So we're watching Seattle and 49ers.
Oh,
Dan has
yes.
Dan has McCaffrey. Tim has Brock Purdy in their fantasy.
He was pretty awful.
We're
last
on
night.
what? That was hilarious. Didn't know. I thought that was great. So they're on like what, the 15-yard line maybe? They come from a timeout. And
I think it was like probably the 20 or 25. It was
Yeah.
a good bit run. It was a little.
and
It was
Tim's
good,
like,
yeah.
Tim was like, let's do shots. And I was like, okay, fine. And then we all like, pussyfooting around about it. So I was like, okay, listen, if Brock Purdy throws a touchdown to McCaffrey, which both of them would have got touchdown
yeah,
fantasy
that's why we
points,
wanted to do it because
we'll do it. And I was like, what are the odds? They snap the ball. He pitches it to McCaffrey. McCaffrey scores a 25-yard touchdown. And I was like, good enough. And we all ran in there and took
Yeah,
shots.
he threw the ball to him.
Yeah.
he technically
Yeah.
threw the ball to him.
Technically.
Yes. But what's
It was a handoff,
crazy
it'd be
to
a different
me,
story.
Yeah.
yeah, what's crazy to me is like if you spin and let go of the ball underhanded, then it's a rushing touchdown. But if he pitches it like this and goes
I
overhanded,
really like that.
then
run.
it's a touchdown with
What is
passing
it, Chairman's?
touchdown.
Yeah.
So it was just crazy to me that
getting
that's
it?
the way it is. But yeah, that was the closest thing
I'm
you
gonna
can
have
get
to
to a
put the bottle
passing
in here.
touchdown without
I
it being
don't like the
like a
maybe the
passing
pineapples in
touchdown.
it?
You know,
Do you think that's a matter of intention of like the pitch behind is designed as a run play versus like if he shuttle passed it forward, that's technically a pass play?
yeah, that's definitely it. It's just funny that the only distinguishable difference between the two, well, and usually I guess like a pitch like that's usually forward as well too.
Pretty
but
bad. It was good.
I don't know.
10.6 points.
Who won?
McCaffrey gave me 30.
San
so
Francisco. 31-13.
Who did?
San Francisco.
San Francisco? Yeah.
Yeah. Packers. What was the second
Cowboys.
game? Cowboys. Oh,
Oh.
my gosh.
Oh, dude, that was a beatdown.
It was awesome.
we freaked out.
We
on that
all have the
pick.
Cowboys defense.
Yeah.
In
So we
fantasy.
were. We remember we were all just hanging out. We were like, they should just get a pick six. We need like some points. And like 2 plays later, they got a pick six. We're all jumping on each other, freaking out.
Go ahead.
Here's a fact too about that. The guy that got the pick 6, he
Mhm.
broke the record for the amount of pick sixes in
In a season, right?
with that pick 6 too.
Wow. He
That
has
was his
6
fifth.
this year.
A sixth? Okay.
I think 5th was the record. I think he got
Gotcha.
6. Yeah. Yeah.
Does Washington normally play on Thanksgiving?
Winner of the Redskins, yeah.
Okay.
I thought so.
They are.
It's like Bears, Lions, Packers, Redskins, Cowboys. I think they're all usually in the mix.
Jets.
I thought the Giants.
No.
Did the Giants used to play on Thanksgiving?
I think it's just randomly assigned. I don't think it's like
Yeah, but for the most part, there's
usually-
like 3 staples.
And
Yeah, 3
Buffalo
staples.
seems like one of those old school teams that you see every year.
I don't
but
think I've ever seen them on Thanksgiving.
it's usually Green Bay and Detroit. That's
Yeah.
always like one of them.
The Bears. They're usually
The Bears
them.
usually
Steelers.
do.
I don't remember Steelers.
I don't
Are
know.
they usually one?
I think the Steelers played yesterday.
I think this is the first
No.
time they had 3 games on Thanksgiving, though.
It is.
right. It is
Yeah.
right. Yeah, there was a lot of
Usually
games.
it's
They didn't play
4
yesterday,
and
did they?
8.
Maybe
But
it was
they did it 12 o'clock.
Monday.
And,
Hmm.
Black Friday too.
Definitely wasn't yesterday.
we don't have to talk about the Black Friday.
Yeah, this
game.
year was the first Black Friday game. That wasn't
Who played today?
Dolphins Jets. It was kind of a beatdown. Really, both teams weren't doing awesome. It was just Jets were rough.
So
Let's
really-
let's plan it. Let's do it.
really
Let's get into
and
football.
truly at the half it was really going to be a good game, but
10-6
But-
at the half.
really weird.
Oh no,
17.
it was
Really weird situation
six.
happened.
Ash, did you watch it at all?
Which game?
Jets Dolphins.
No.
Tell them what happened right before
Okay.
halftime.
So,
Dan looks
let's just
You're about to guess what's
really-
gonna happen
really
based on
disturbed.
the look on
Okay,
his
so
face.
it's 10-0. There's about 30 seconds left.
10-0
No,
Dolphins.
10-3.
Dolphins.
10-3. They've only had 2. Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
You're
no,
right.
no.
You're right.
10
I don't know
nothing.
why
Dolphins
I try
are
to
up.
correct people.
Dolphins have the ball with 30 seconds left. Jets get a pick six.
10-6.
It's 10-6. They missed the field goal. But
Missed.
that's not
Oh no,
that's not the thing.
poor guy.
It's just even when
So-
we have good things, it turns bad.
So the Dolphins get the ball back before the second half. The Jets stop them. They get the ball back, and
We intercepted.
you intercepted it again. Back-to-back interceptions.
Back-to-back interceptions.
There's like 5 seconds left on the clock.
Wait, they got 2 interceptions in 30 seconds.
It's very quick.
It was very quick, yeah.
Yeah.
So since the Jets are down, they're going for this Hail Mary to see if they can get some points on the board before the half. Okay. Boyle gets the ball, steps back, throws it into the end zone. It was a good throw. It made it to the end zone. Dolphins catch it. It's in the end zone, right? He catches it and he runs it back 99 yards
Unreal.
Pick
before
six.
the half.
With
six.
0 time on the clock.
Pick
Ash.
6, Ash.
0 time
So
on the
instead
clock.
of it being 10-6 at the half, it's 17-6.
The Jets are the only team in the league right now that can have like 4 turnovers in a game and still get blown out. Like, it just doesn't make sense.
It's really alarming. It really is.
So they were down 10-0. They
Got a pick
got a
six.
pick 6,
10-6. Missed the field goal.
and then it went to 17-6.
Mhm.
So we went from a
was
10-point
back-to-back pick
deficit
six.
to
Yeah.
an 11-point deficit after getting 2 interceptions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. 10-0. Pick 6. 10-6. Interception. We're going for the
yeah.
lead. But no. It was a pick 6 for the Dolphins, all right?
It looked like since the clock was at 0, it looked like no Jets players were in a rush to tackle the guy.
Yeah, it did seem like seemed like a very
Yeah.
lazy play.
Yeah.
From the Jets.
Like-
And he
offense.
broke some tackles, too.
Like
but
it was
seemed
kind
they
of
were
like
leaning
messing
back.
around. Like they thought the Dolphins guy would kind of just
Mhm.
take a knee and go into the locker room, but no, he went full house.
That man was determined to get to the end zone.
yeah, full throttle.
99 yards.
He took it to the house before the half. But what was that? Was it 31-13
It was
31-13 at the end?
It was like 30. No, I think they had over 31. It was like 30. We had 2 touchdowns afterwards. It was like 36-17 or something. I don't even know. Something like that.
So yeah, that was how the first Black Friday game went.
It was utter garbage. Yeah.
It was cool having a game on Black Friday, though. I hope they keep that up. It's at least an extra game to watch. They, to be fair, they booked it when Aaron Rodgers was,
Yeah.
you know.
A lot of our games were booked when
They
Aaron
didn't.
Rodgers.
Yeah.
He had 2 healthy Achilles.
Yeah.
You know? They're like, let's give this the
That's
Jets.
another thing. A Dolphins player tore his Achilles in that game also.
Yeah.
He's out now forever.
Yeah, we had going back to like all the games that were planned around Aaron Rodgers. They gave us like 6 primetime games this
Yeah.
year, which is the most in Jets history. Not one of them has really featured Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But no, football was good.
Ouch.
Yesterday all day was exciting, fun games.
Yeah, they were.
Did anyone watch the Seahawks 49ers?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we watched
Mhm.
that one. Yep.
Did
We watched every one like all day.
Did you guys catch Chris Collinsworth's story about the fish market?
Oh,
No.
Oh man,
I don't know
okay.
about that one.
It's good. So, in downtown Seattle, they have the renowned Pike Place. What do you call it? It's like a market. It'd be like Ponce Market, but I think it's
Yeah, they have the big red market sign that people take pictures in front of all the time.
Yep.
Yep.
The original Starbucks is there.
Yeah, which is why their coffee's named Pike Place.
Yep.
Pike Peak.
Pike Place.
Never mind. Again, why do I try to correct people? I'm always wrong. Where did I get Pike Peak from?
Tim, where are you
I
going?
don't know. I was
Dude.
I literally just
Okay, I'm gonna wait till he gets
Hey.
back because he needs to hear this.
Oh, okay. Let's sit in silence
let's
then.
just sit quietly, stare at the
I
camera.
see you have a pillow that says naughty on it.
Well, okay. It's a Grinch pillow. On the other side, it's nice, and it's Max. I just happened to lay it down on the naughty side. Sorry.
It was one of those days.
Yeah. Yeah. You see the Winter Village is coming along over here? You take a
I
gander
need
yet?
to take you. I need to take you. I need to take a picture of mine and send it to you.
Yeah, you do. Did you notice? Yep. Take a gander.
I put in that that same house from Hogsmeade as well.
What about the? You notice where I put the bird?
Okay. not where I put it, but that's excellent placement.
Do you know why? Do you have a reason why you placed your bird differently? Where'd you put your bird?
My bird is resting atop the shorter of the 2 Christmas trees that I built while I was over at your house.
Okay. Why'd you do that? Just for funsies?
I thought that the small star that's on the smaller tree was pathetic, and there's just something about a nice bird atop a tree.
Okay.
We're talking about the bluebird?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, when I was building it, he built it first. He said, let me know what you do with the bird.
Is
That's
that-
all he said to me.
Well, there's 2 birds. I see a white one too, right?
Straight back. On the
there's blue.
greenhouse?
Yeah.
Yeah, the
there's
very
a white
top.
bird too.
Yeah, not that one. The blue.
There's a
one.
black
Is that
bird?
the 3 broomsticks?
There's a white bird. Yes, it is. Remember I sent you a picture
And
of the butterbeer?
honeydukes?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's that building. I'm building in Winter Village.
Christy put up the she has the elf clubhouse.
Oh, that one's good. I love that
She's
set.
got that one. Yeah.
Which, dude, so did you notice the Easter egg? We can even talk about this after. Did you notice the Easter egg on top, in the upper floor of the music building, I think it is? No? It's the toy store. The picture frame upstairs. It's like the gingerbread house looking thing. That's a previous Lego set from years ago.
Oh, I
The
never would
gingerbread
have known
house.
that.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're sick. We'll talk about this after. I got
What's
some
the
questions.
story?
Okay, Chris Collinsworth. So, Chris told the story that there's a huge fish market in Pike Place. And they were panning to video of it during the broadcast last night. I'm sure y'all saw it. They would do it as they were going into commercial break. They would show scenes of Pike Place. So it looks like what you would think of open air fish market would be like, where there's just giant ass fish laying out on ice. And they have, the little metal stands with cards on them that say $34.99 or $50 or whatever. So Chris Collinsworth said that he was at that market a few years ago, and they had, if I remember correctly, Alaskan King Salmon or something King Salmon, Atlantic King Salmon, I think it might have been, laid out whole fish, like you're doing all the work once you buy it. So he said that it was around the holidays. So he was thinking, all right, I'll buy a couple of these fish, bring them home, have fresh fish from the fish market, and, be something different. So the little sign says $34.99. So he tells the fishmonger, it's like, I'll take 2 of those. He says, I'm thinking, $70. So he says that the guy's like, helps him pick out the two nice ones and bags them up for him. And he said he's got them packaged up, ready to go.
I see where this
And
is
per
he
pound.
says, all right, that'll be $700. And, Chris says that he's already bagged them up. There's no saying, well, I don't want them. The man paid $700 for 2 fish.
going.
I mean, when you got it, you got it. But
Yeah.
fellas, let me ask you. So, put yourself in this situation. Let's even play a hypothetical and say you're comfortably making 6 figures.
Yeah.
Like
I'm sure they make it more than that, but
Chris has got more than that, but yeah.
so let's call it an even 7.
Let's say that you're twice as well off as you are
Yes.
right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
You buy it? I can tell you, I'm Tyreek Hilling it out of there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like-
so you'd be like, no thanks.
The peace sign and everything.
Even with it,
There's no way I'm spending $700
even with
on
it
fish.
carefully packaged.
Oh, so
and
with
taped
not
up?
without the fish.
Yeah,
Tim's saying he's buying the
You're
fish.
buying
Yeah,
the fish.
yeah.
I'm not buying the fish for
Okay.
$700.
Well, you said Tyreek Hill. I didn't know if you meant you caught the ball and you took off, or
No,
if you
no,
dropped it.
no. That's me.
Okay.
Just I'm just
So you're
taking
out.
off. I'm sprinting.
Okay. Deuces.
I am not spending $700 on fish.
I'm
the
buying them.
forgotten cast.
You're
huh?
buying the fish
You are really?
I
for
am-
$700?
There's little. Now I'm gonna say little. Food is one of my favorite enjoyments in life.
Yeah,
I'll buy the fish.
that's fine. I mean, did you just drop the mic on us?
We've spent quite a few dollars at restaurants, Dan. You
Well,
and I.
yeah,
but
I get that.
$700
But
on
everything
2
I've
fish?
bought at a restaurant is still under $700. There's just no.
Will you pour your shot?
Just pour the shot,
Just get
Tim.
over it. No, do it on the table now. There's a valuable.
I'm
valuable
90% sure your
material in
voice
there.
would carry through our mics anyway.
Now, Jesse,
Yes, please.
Let me remind you, you have a $700 Lego sitting underneath that a $900 Lego sitting under that table there.
I'm glad you did. Show what the.
You would buy it?
I feel like I would have to.
Why are you
The
doing shots alone?
the social embarrassment.
No one's going to do it with me.
Pour one. No, I don't want to take that from you.
Yeah, I know.
What do you mean? It's yours.
So Jesse, would you buy it or would you leave?
No, I don't like fish. I don't like fish.
We're saying just in
That's
general.
the worst rum I've ever
I'm
had.
telling you that thing tastes like pure ass.
That's the worst rum I've ever had.
It's
That
pretty
forgotten
bad.
cask should have been forgotten.
Yeah. The reason
best
they
forgotten.
forgot it wasn't forgot. It was on purpose.
Jesse's like, ooh, cool.
They're like,
cool
we're leaving
box,
that one.
It
Nice
tastes
name.
Like, it tastes like cleaner.
It's an excellent name. The Gentleman's Reserve.
That's the problem. That's how they get the sales.
Yeah.
It tastes like carpet cleaner.
Okay, so Tim, would you prepare those fish yourself?
You mean
No.
it is Oasis? Well, you gonna pay
You have
somebody
to.
on
You
top
bought
of
the
that?
whole fish.
What are you gonna
else
do?
prepare?
Who would you have prepare them?
Who you gonna call?
Ghostbusters.
If I didn't have like if I wasn't local around like a butcher or somewhere where I knew they could clean cut and clean them up, I would have to YouTube it, ad free, and see how I would have to do it.
Just
then
add
you
that,
would do
just
it.
add that $14.99 to the $700.
Yeah. At this point, what's
This man
money,
has paid
Dan?
$715.
Total investment
Yeah.
$14.99.
Yeah, he's not worried about the YouTube.
Yeah,
premium
guess what
subscription
happened?
after
Yeah,
that.
yeah, that's true. That's true. But you cooked the fish like 2 minutes faster.
So I don't know how you guys like. I understand like everybody likes sushi here except Jesse. We like sushi. We like raw
yeah.
fish.
But I like being involved in the conversation.
Okay. Yeah, you're involved.
Please look at me when you're doing.
If you guys like when you guys cook fish at the house, like depending on what it is, do you guys leave it a little raw in the middle?
Always.
Only tuna,
Only tuna?
not salmon.
Not salmon?
Yeah, not salmon.
Not salmon?
At what point is it unhealthy? Is raw fish bad?
Well,
Like
there's-
how raw
it's-
chicken
It's
is?
grade level. Like it's certain like
Certain fish can. Yeah, it's
it has to
certain
be
ones.
certain standards. Like when you're getting sushi, you can't just take any raw fish and put it on a plate.
Because sushi is raw, right?
Yeah.
All right. This is a fun conversation.
Now, Tim, I will tell you this from where I worked in the industry.
Oh.
Oh my! What a flex.
So Georgia has a law for fish merchants. Yeah, fish for
A loose law.
for
I just
I guess you could call them merchants.
you call them merchants. I just pictured like Tim walking around with like much gold. On
Yeah,
the streets.
That is much.
I want to see.
Yeah.
I need some
Much
salmon.
gold.
I have much gold.
Yeah.
Like-
so purveyors of
What
fish.
a man.
There's a Georgia law that they cannot sell the fish to a customer until it's been frozen for 10 days. And that is to kill parasites.
Mm.
You will often see criticism of sushi being dangerous because of parasites. And not all states have that law. But Georgia does. So
So we're safe, is what you're saying.
as long
for the
as
most
as
part?
long as your favorite Japanese sushi provider is not buying fish illegally, the fish has been frozen for 10 days.
So it's safe for you to try.
Now,
I don't think there's
with
enough
that being
money in
said,
the world.
you know, if homeboy goes to the bathroom, doesn't wash his hands, you know, and then handles your fish, you can get sick.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah.
fair game in any
Yeah.
That's
food.
any food industry.
And
Yeah.
I will say I've never gotten sick from sushi.
Okay,
boy.
but doesn't freshness factor into that? Like, what if there was a sushi place in Florida that they're like, yeah, we just caught this redfin tuna and got it right here? Like, do you
Right.
wouldn't that be considered better sushi with like fresh fish, but it's never been frozen?
Yes, but there's also a greater risk of you getting sick
Yeah.
from parasites. I've seen guys that catch tuna on boats and
Yeah,
then
cut it
literally
open
just
right
cut
there
it and
and
start
eat
eating it.
That's wild. to me.
Very surprised that you guys say you only undercook tuna, not salmon. I leave my salmon a little undercooked in the middle when I cook it.
Well, I think a lot of it too has to do. Well, it's with Chrissy. I don't think Chrissy really eats like raw. Well, she does like sushi, but it's just I don't know. Salmon's one of those things that I've just always cooked all the way through.
The thing I tend to do with salmon is like if you cook it
Almost rested on you.
just a little too long, it's just so dry.
Yes, and that's what I was about to say. I think inevitably, especially if the steak is thick, you end up with the middle kind of being
I'll
undercooked.
sometimes like slice it in half if it's really thick. That way,
Yeah.
I can cook it pretty evenly and not as long. Is this fish story not up to your standard?
I'm just very happy we're all together.
Oh,
He just wants to be included.
So moral of the story is half of us would
throw him a bone.
so half of us would pay the $700 and half of us would not.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm
Well,
not. Gonna,
you would?
Yes, I mean
That's blowing my mind right now. I
Wow.
thought of all people, it wouldn't be him.
Wow.
no,
yeah.
look at that. It's the social consequence of backing out.
Wait, what does
Right.
that mean? What you're there? Oh,
This
to the
man,
person.
this man has just sold $700 of fish,
And you selected it.
and he's spent time with me. He's carefully packaged it.
But you know what they're doing. They didn't say per pound underneath it.
It does say per
It-
pound underneath it.
Oh, so it's Chris's
Chris
fault.
just didn't read the.
So
per
you're
pound.
going there. Well, then this is a whole different story.
Like it says $34.99/LB.
Yeah, but you're seeing it then. So this is a whole different situation then. Are
Well,
you walking up and
No,
saying?
I'm saying I'm in Chris's position.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't see the per pound.
You would still just.
You know what?
Would you do it? I'm sorry. Would you do it just based off embarrassment, or are you okay paying that kind of money for 2 fish?
No, I'm not okay paying that much for 2
So
fish.
embarrassment. I know you are. Shut up.
Okay.
No,
He's
you're okay.
He's okay.
So embarrassment is worth that much to you? You're never going to see that guy again. You live in a different state.
No, socially, I've just been Draymond, right?
Okay.
So I've
Enough said.
I've got to do it.
That's our from last week. That's our new thing. You remember? Did you see the Draymond fight with Rudy Gobert?
Yes,
Where Rudy
headlocked
Gobert
him.
basically had nothing to do with the fight, and Draymond just finds him and grabs his neck.
Yes.
Ashton wants to start putting that into his lexicon by being Draymond.
It's like shorthand for
Okay.
something unexpectedly just takes you
Yeah,
out.
when
Right.
life just hits you, it just really wraps you around
He
the
was
neck.
like, "I'm
You've
going to
been
try to
Draymond.
put this in regular conversation from now on,"
I've just been Draymond.
and he nailed it, dude. I mean, he nailed it. Yeah, we talked
Yeah.
about that last week.
I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't feel bad. One of the reasons being, it's not like he did anything to the fish itself. I'm assuming he wrapped
Yeah,
up
just
one
unwrap
whole fish. To unwrap it and put it back out, he doesn't have to do much. But it's not like I asked him, like, "Hey, cut it in half and give me these sections." I feel like, yeah, I might have wasted 20 minutes of his time. I'd slide him a 20 and keep it moving. But like, you know, I wouldn't.
Why
I
would
wouldn't.
you? Why would you do that?
So that would be if I had guilt, which I probably would not have guilt in that scenario. But if I did and I wanted to justify, hey, I'm sorry for taking up some of your time. That's my bad. Here's a couple bucks because I took up 20 minutes of your time when you could have been talking to other people and selling
He's saying
stuff.
that because he's a salesman. He's got that mindset.
Well,
You
yeah, I
respect
guess.
people's time like that.
Well, yeah, I think that should just be the. I think that should just be the norm.
It's common
though.
courtesy.
If you're taking up some a business person's time, and then you ultimately don't buy from that person, it's like, you know, I don't know. I don't know. I just
Yeah.
I feel a little
with you,
bad.
though.
Tim, would you also though feel like, man,
No.
I really wanted some fish?
We're all on
Like, there would
different
be-
levels here.
Okay, so let's
$700 because
We're
let's throw this in.
all right.
So you get hit with the 700 and you're like, okay, damn. So dude, my budget's actually only 350. So let me get one of the fish. Do you get one of the fish for 350? Or do you just like you're all in, you're paying the 700 taking the 2 fish home?
Depends what I'm buying them for. If I know I need 2 of these fish for some social gathering, I'm going to have to just pull through and buy the fish.
Now, Chris was feeling good because at $35, each fish costing $3.50, that is 10 pounds per fish. The man was bagging up 20 pounds.
Here's what's impressive here. We're all on a different level of this story. He's buying no questions because he wants to. You're buying off of guilt. Dan's slipping him a 20 but not buying. I'm walking away. Like,
You're just saying
I'm
that-
out.
Okay. Okay. Let me
I say you're
preface this.
crazy and I'm walking
If it was
away.
me personally in that situation, I'm out. I'm not paying anything.
We just say you slipped him a 20.
I said if it came down to it and it was like this overcoming like guilt, like
Yeah.
Then I would
But I'm
maybe
saying
slip him
you
a
still
20.
have a little bit of guilt there. And that's why you're slipping him the 20. There's a slight guilt where you took up his time, is what I mean.
Yeah. little bit.
I am like, you're freaking nuts. I'm walking out of here.
I think you're talking tough.
I think you're talking tough too.
You think I would spend $700
I think you would
on
be-
fish?
I don't
I
think you
don't
would
think
do
you
that,
would,
but I
no.
think you would feel bad.
You
I think you would
tip
have
him
guilt
for doing nothing?
I think you would like
For
heavily
putting a piece of paper in a
I don't
slice
think you
of
would
tape
walk
on a
away.
fish?
I think you would really think about what you were going to say before.
I
you
would
were
be like, let me call my
He
wife
would-
and
he
consider
would-
it.
because
Hello, honey.
Yeah. No? All right.
Account's empty.
Oh,
Okay.
Your water broke?
But what about if?
Shut up.
He-
I'm not pregnant. Shut up.
What if it, okay, so you're talking like, oh, you took up a minute or two of his time.
Mhm.
But what if it did take him like 20, 30 minutes to really, like, what if he was deboning it for you? Taking the bones
Well,
out.
that's not in this situation.
We don't know.
What Chris implied was that it took the man time to package this thing up. Like
Yeah,
they,
but he
they
didn't
gotta
prep
put,
anything.
There's ice packs that they have to sandwich the fish
There's a process to it.
between, wrap it up in.
I wouldn't see it that way. I wouldn't see that I had to pay him for his time.
He's standing. Wow. Okay.
Well, you value people very little.
But again, let's remember. Let's remember. In reality, I would never walk into a fish market, and in reality, I would never go walk up and buy 2 giant ass fish.
This is a
But in
hypothetical
reality, you would
situation.
make someone waste 30 minutes of their time and not do anything.
Yeah, because I wouldn't think of, oh, let me slip you something for your time. That's what they're there for. Every sale involves that stuff.
But they made no sale and you wasted that man's time.
It's not like there's a
And then on
huge
top of
line
it-
of people.
No, this place is
At a
packed.
fish market like that?
They'll
That's so
figure it out.
huge.
They have more employees. Don't turn me out to be the jerk here. I'm
You're
not
the jerk
buying
here.
fish.
We're not turning you out to be the jerk. You just are the jerk.
How
here.
am I the worst one? How am I the worst?
The man just took that much time to prep everything.
'Cause you're
You
just
need
saying-
to figure out how long it actually
from your
took him.
own mistake.
Nah,
You're the
I
one
don't
who
know.
read 34.99.
I wouldn't have
pounds.
misread that.
you're
If it
saying
said
you're
slash
saying no
LB
fucks
underneath.
once
given. You're
again-
just walking.
Yes. I'm not buying fish, and I'm not gonna just pay him for that for nothing.
Man, that's cold.
I would. This is what
How
I,
am I the cold one here?
This is what I would do when
You
he
stop
said,
shaking your head.
when he would say the price. I would look. Deep
You would
into
say, "Let me
space,
give you a tip on top of
and
that."
I would think, and I'd be like, okay.
I would never do that. $700.
I'd be like, yeah, that's about right.
Tim would look that man dead in
He
the
would be
eye.
like, "It's okay. I got a reimbursement check last week."
Tim would have looked that man dead in the eye and be like,
cover
"It's
it.
all right. It's the first of the month.
This will cover it.
It's the first of the month. I
It's
got
the
nothing
first
else
of the
going
month.
on.
That's all right." That is just wild to me that you guys would
think-
just out of embarrassment or like just $700.
So it's not on the same level, right? But I think there are certain things that I would splurge on cooking wise because I want to like experiment and try something. Like it's not $700, but me and Dan been talking about a brisket for a while, and that's like $90.
I'll say this:
That's
if I had $700 to spend on a fish,
He'd be on a yacht somewhere.
no, I would not be on a yacht somewhere. But I would instead go take that money and be like, "Hey, sorry, I'm not buying this fish for $700." And then I would go buy like a Kobe beef steak or something like that, like the Japanese like really nice steaks. If I had $700 to blow on something like that,
I say,
I'll remember
do you
that.
have a keychain I
Okay.
can buy from you, maybe?
what does that mean? I don't like the way he just said that to me.
We're on the same page.
Okay, I'm glad we're
Yeah.
on the same page.
I would think about it too. I'm not at this market all the time. This is a special thing. It's a special fish. I'll just do it.
Yeah.
Also,
Fuck it.
let's also talk about Chris over here, the one who made the mistake, thinking he can get one of the best salmons on the market.
Yeah.
10 pounds of it for $35. I mean, for that kind of like Atlantic King Salmon or something, whatever it is, I've seen that in the market.
Well, the
and
man's
I
out
know,
of touch. He probably doesn't do his own grocery shopping. He doesn't know what prices are.
Okay, listen, he's an announcer.
Why doesn't
I
know?
understand he probably has a healthy amount of money, but I don't think he is so far removed from
I don't
reality
know.
that
He makes millions,
doesn't know how much a
millions of
fish
dollars
costs.
a year, and he's been doing it for 40 years. I think he's well off.
We'll see.
But
I don't know if he's necessarily
I
like
would
face
just,
famous.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I would think people who are not face famous would have
Do you
somewhat
think
of
he
a
does his own
normal.
grocery shopping? Is that what you're trying to say?
Huh?
Do you think he does his own grocery shopping?
I'd say most of the time, yes.
Jesus Christ.
I don't think so. I don't think he does his own grocery shopping, depending on that answer.
How much is he worth?
No, let's guess. It's definitely in the million. Oh, you looking up worth, or what do you make?
Did he play in the NFL?
I don't
I
know.
don't think so.
He's been in the sports broadcasting industry since 1989.
Yeah, he's a millionaire.
Oh, he makes millions a year.
So
I'm gonna
he's
get.
contracted with
Hold on.
NBC, right?
Okay, hold on. Are you gonna tell us the yearly amount?
He has a contract.
Don't say it.
And his yearly. This is his yearly income for his contract.
I'm gonna guess 19 million a year.
How much you gonna guess, Dan?
It's far more than that, isn't it?
No.
No,
I'm
I'm
gonna-
going to say 8 million.
I was gonna say about 5 or 6.
$12.4 million a year from NBC.
Okay.
That's
So yes,
that's out of the realm of
So he
giving
makes
any.
he makes $1
fucks.
million a year.
yes.
I mean $1 million
$700
a
to him
month. Wow.
would be nothing, obviously, but no, I will still stand by what I said. I think even though people have millions of dollars, I think there's plenty of people who have millions of dollars out there, and they still do their own grocery shopping. I just think about
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
someone on Wall Street who has millions of dollars just because they have it. It's not like
No, I
you
mean
know.
he probably can't walk in public. That's what I'm seeing it as. Not like once you get so rich you don't do your own grocery shopping.
Yeah, but I don't think
He's probably not as face famous
His
as
voice
like a,
is more than his face.
maybe someone
sure.
would spot him like ordering his fish.
yeah.
Yeah, they're like, oh my god,
yeah,
I know that
maybe.
voice.
He's probably the perfect amount of famous if you think about it.
Like I don't think Collinsworth is getting, attacked by a fan in
No, but
public.
Yeah.
He's probably getting the true NFL fans that actually watch the whole game and see the cuts to him every once in a while. He's not getting like anybody that sees him, they're going to bombard him.
Yeah.
And you probably wouldn't recognize him if he wasn't in one of those just sharp suits,
Yeah.
If he's all
to
the man
the
in street
point,
clothes.
though, too, here is you bringing up him not doing his grocery shopping. He literally got in this predicament by doing grocery shopping.
Yeah.
Fair?
Yeah.
Fair?
He makes a lot more than I thought he did.
Yeah, I would say the same.
Those announcers.
I didn't
know
think 12 million a year.
bukus.
I remember this because when last year they said Tom Brady had a $10 million per year contract waiting for him if he were to go on to Ant. So that's how I got that round number. But I figured he would have made much more because he's been doing it forever.
30 years. Over 30 years.
Dude, that's almost 40. That's 35 years maybe.
That's crazy.
Disgusting.
I'm making 12 million per.
He was saying last night that he was around when John Madden was doing announcing, so he has been doing it a while.
I had
Hey,
this
listen,
guy.
I'm so glad we talked about Chris Collinsworth for 25 minutes.
He's my favorite guy. I had this guy at work yesterday. We were talking about how, like his previous careers and stuff, and I was like, when did you start at UPS? He's like, I started in 93. I was like, how does this make you feel? I wasn't born yet. He goes, you effing suck, and I walked away from me. He's
And
been there for that long.
You know what's crazy is in 10 or 15 years, when you're still there, you're going to say, the guys
Yeah.
helping you are going to be like, I wasn't even born when
wasn't
you
born
started.
yet. It's gonna happen.
That's wild.
It's messed up. But this dude was started in 93. He's still working.
That's the guy who's making $49 an hour.
There's some guys that have been there since 79. The oldest guy there has been there since 1979.
What?
Still driving.
Imagine being a driver for that long, though. I mean,
He's got, I don't know why he hasn't freaking retired yet. It's sick.
I don't know. Well, I guess I know what it is, but like some people are just scared to retire.
Yeah, it's the
I feel like you lose a purpose.
healthcare
almost.
and insurance and all that crap.
Yeah.
They like can't retire. So
Yeah.
they just get an easy route and just ride it out. Any hoozles. I like Chris Collinsworth.
I didn't realize there were so many fans. Like you brought him up yesterday, and I was like, I didn't even know people are like fans of announcers like that.
I just, for some reason, remember it, and it's probably because of the Madden games. He's been the announcer in Madden as long as I remember,
Okay.
and then he's always done Sunday Night Football. So I've just got that in my head. Sunday Night Football is my favorite time to watch football. I just like him. He's never annoying. He's not overbearing.
I like him, but I also like the two commentators on college football on Saturday nights when they
Herb Street. And
no, it's the two older guys. They always do like the bigger games, like the top matchups.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's I don't remember their names. I'm gonna even act like I do, but their voices just like click, and they're like, yeah, this is what it's about.
Like I don't like Tony Romo. He does like midday Sunday.
Yeah.
Him and I think it's like John or something he works with. But he's an idiot. He's a goober. Like he just sounds like an airhead when he talks.
But
This guy does not
he's
seem to be
football
in
smart.
Yeah,
But also, I think he also shows a lot of his, like, obviously he was a Cowboy. I think you can tell by the way he commentates on certain teams that he's, like, biased towards one team or the other. Like, he definitely is.
he does it with Jim Nance. From How Much Your Mother. Him and Jim Nance, I think, do it together. And I love Jim Nance. I can't stand Tony Romo. So Tony Romo's he's the color guy. So Jim Nance will announce the play. Tony Romo will go in depth with it.
Yeah.
Oh, so he's not color. What's the other one? There's two names for him. I don't know. He's the one that. So like Jim Nance will announce what happened, and then Tony Romo will go into depth on what just happened.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, shut up. He talks way too much. And he makes jokes, and Jim Nance is just silent.
He's
like, so awkward.
Right, real low.
Yeah. It's funny. I've really gotten into that this year. I listen to
Broadcasting?
commentators a lot. Yeah.
It's-
I like Greg Olson, the old tight end for the
tight
Panthers.
end for the Panthers, man.
He is awesome. He's very, very good.
Yep. I like him too. I know I've never talked about broadcasting.
You checking fantasy?
Much.
No, I was checking scores.
Fantasy scores?
Game scores.
College. We haven't talked fantasy very much.
Yeah. I have not.
When are you getting in fantasy a little bit?
I'm not into it as much as you guys are.
You seem to be. I think you put on a
The
front.
only time it's exciting for me is literally when Tyreek Hill plays because he gives me the most points. Everybody else is like 6 to 9 points. Like it's not crazy.
Well, you got Lamar Jackson also.
Yeah.
You should not have put Purdy in. He did pretty awful.
No, look, last week
I feel like
Lamar.
it's the first time you've heard that.
Dude, it was so good.
Have you never
Did you
heard
read that on the internet or something? That was
No,
hilarious.
they say it all the time.
He was pretty
They do.
awful. I
They do.
loved it.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I loved it.
last week was my first time benching Lamar because the previous week Lamar gave me like 14
And Lamar was
points.
Lamacris last night.
So, no.
That was weak.
Last week, Lamar,
Miraculous.
I benched Lamar, and it paid off. Brock Purdy gave me 26
Fabulous?
points. Fabulous.
No, Lamarkable.
Remarkable?
That's better than La Miraculous.
It just,
That definitely.
it just doesn't work.
No, Lamarkable's pretty good.
Remarkable is probably the best one we have so
Lamar Jackson, Lamarkable.
So the reason
playing
I've been
ludicrus. Ludicrous. Ludicrous Lamar.
Luda!
Jesus.
That peaked.
The reason is because he gave me fumbles a couple weeks ago because he just loves to run the ball.
He does.
So he gave me like 14 points. Bench him. Brock Purdy gives me 26 last week. So I'm like, I'm going to ride the wave again. Not the case this week.
Listen, fantasy's tough sometimes. You don't know when to pick them.
It
can be
like
tough.
Fantasy, you got to throw all logic out the window. Logic doesn't work in fantasy. It doesn't, because every logical thing I've done doesn't pay off.
Maybe your logic just isn't logical.
It gives you a little bit of insight on how hard it must be to be a GM and a coach and just any of those higher ups because you're doing this in real life and dealing with millions of dollars on the line. I couldn't do it. I only have $50 on the line. And
I think it would be
stressed.
fun.
Dan could do it. I could see Dan
You think I
rolling
could?
up.
As a GM?
Dan is my GM this
Yeah.
year. Dude,
Dan-
Monday through Thursday, we're on the phone every day
Dan
talking about
is
fantasy.
the NFL.
No.
Like he
What?
needs to be on a team.
He
Making calls.
needs to be on the Jets. He needs to be in the Jets
No.
front office.
I can't be the Jets. I can't be the Jets. One, I would have.
It would be his dream job and the worst job of his life at the
Exactly.
same time.
I would be I would be an emotional wreck every freaking week. Like,
Dan, when'd you start smoking cigarettes?
yeah,
He's in the conference room. Just run the ball.
just do it out there.
Get Aaron on the
I'm
phone.
telling you, man.
Be quiet. I'm manifesting.
I would be the guy with a cigarette and like a glass of whiskey, just walking around in the back office. So like, Dan, it's a Tuesday afternoon. Are you all right? Yeah. Like, no, I'm not.
Did we fire that guy 6 months ago?
I wouldn't be able to do the Jets. I would get far too emotional with it. Just put me on any other team except the Jets, and I feel like I could just make business decisions.
Pats?
Regardless. Pats? Well, everyone would be fired.
And wouldn't even replace him.
Bill Belichick, I'm like, that's the first guy to go.
First thing we do is change the logo. Do you like green?
Yeah. Are we moving to New York, or how's this going? We're getting out of Boston, right? Yeah, that would go.
I am excited though for next year's fantasy league.
Yeah,
as long as everybody's still on board, and every time we've talked about it, everybody seems to be into it.
Yeah,
I think next year is going to be a lot of fun.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
It's
here's the idea. What we had for, so we don't want to do like betting with like money and stuff, but I did have this idea, and we kind of tweaked it a little bit last night. My original idea was everybody put in $20 at the start of the season. Whoever wins the league, I make them a custom NFL jersey with their last name on the back, and then like season 1 champ with the number 1, whatever it is. Then Lou had the idea to where Lou and Dan, where we make a big trophy, and then every year a new plaque gets on it of who won the trophy, and whoever won it holds the trophy for a year. And then it passes around. Whoever wins it next year gets the trophy.
So a plaque with nameplates on it.
Yeah, but it's got to be some sort of trophy.
It would be an actual trophy.
It'd be a trophy with like maybe a plaque on the front, or like a wood block.
It's a wooden block, and you just get nameplates.
So we do a new engravement every year, like the Stanley Cup.
They had those at People's. I remember those.
Yeah. So it'd be like that, and then whoever wins holds the trophy for the whole following year.
They had those at People's.
For the sports championships.
Yeah,
I only got plaques.
Remember that Hall of Fame or wall of trophies that they built the last few years we were there in the fellowship hall, like the hallway leading to the fellowship hall? Wasn't that where it was at, or was it in the school building?
No, it was in the long hallway before you get into the big
gym.
Yeah.
It was in front of the gym.
It was when you passed.
They had the
past
trophies
the
there.
Trophy case, which it was only there the last like 2 years we were there. They just built it.
That's where I remember it at. Damn, I never would have been able to pull that out if y'all had not talked about that. Yep. Interesting.
So that was my
I like that idea.
So what do you think? Either the jersey or the trophy. What do you like a little better?
I think the trophy idea is good.
That's
to
what
keep it like a recurring.
Right, and that way, like whoever has it for the whole year, you go to their house and it's like it's there.
Yeah,
and you're like you won it next year.
It'll be like the game night.
Exactly.
Trophies.
Exactly.
But the same trophy every year.
Yeah, the same trophy. And it'll get after 10 years, it'll be beat up and cobwebs and
we
dust
gotta
on it.
We gotta have a whole ceremony though, like the passing.
Oh yeah, we'll make it a whole thing.
Yeah.
Like the loser. So like who's passing it off is wearing something embarrassing, like maybe just a diaper.
The person who won could still come and
say. Not get too carried away now.
No, I like it.
Well, here's the thing: the person giving the trophy away doesn't mean they did bad though. They may not have won 2 years in a row. They could be second, third, fourth place.
That's fair.
So it should be the person who's last in the league, the 10th or the 12th.
The last has to have some sort of.
He has to show up in the ceremony
because we don't want people giving up, like it's happening in my league right now. After week 3, 2 of the players in my league just stop caring and they just don't pay attention anymore. So I can't like trade players with them or anything. So there's got to be some sort of consequence for last place.
How about this? We make a championship for last place.
So
for instance,
maybe a baby version of the trophy,
like the 9th and 10th place. You're fighting for not. There has to be consequences for getting last place.
That's right.
So you're fighting for not getting last. That keeps the losing teams involved because you don't want to get last place. There's a consequence.
So I think after the season's over, there has to another regrouping of the entire league to hand off the trophy. We'll make a ceremony, but then the loser, something has to happen to them in that ceremony, whether something embarrassing happens to them that night, or they wear something stupid, or something.
Yeah, something like that. There has to be, but that's also going to only work for the people who take it seriously. We need to invite people who take it serious.
Last place. The next year we do a draft has limitations on the first round picks.
Well, I don't think it should be.
That way,
I
there's
don't
a
know.
reason. I don't know.
Should we do it? Because like maybe some people won't play the following year. Then maybe switch
Yeah.
ups. But I kind of like that idea. You treat it like an NFL season, where the first place the following year gets last pick in the draft, kind of thing. Is that what you mean? So the last play. Well, no, because
Well,
No,
the last
then
gets
there's
first.
priority. There needs to be just
Yeah.
something embarrassing.
What it
happen.
has to do is, I think everyone who does play has to take it seriously. I don't think
Yeah.
we should be inviting people like. I know we have to have fillers. We have to have enough people to get in there.
Yeah.
But I think
Fillers.
we got to have people.
I don't
to
think we
take
have
up
fillers. I think we have 10.
Who is it?
It's us 4.
Lou.
Uncle Ed, Lou, Navarro, Trey.
Navarro agreed to be in it.
Yeah. Oh, he's in.
The
Trey
only
is
thing,
in.
I think Uncle.
Interesting.
If we get Uncle Ed
He
in,
doesn't listen
I
anymore.
I can kind of see him about not caring towards the end of the season, though.
Well, no.
Who?
Well, then there's going to be
Navarro
consequences.
Doesn't listen to the podcast anymore. That's interesting.
So it's us 4. So we got 4. Lou, Navarro,
Mm-hmm.
Trey, Uncle Ed. Who am I missing? We had 10.
Well, we did say something about Uncle Lou, but I don't know if that was real or not.
Probably not. I swear we had 10, and we were like, oh my God, all right, awesome.
Zach
Oh, maybe
said he'd do
Seth.
it.
Seth.
You think you would actually be into it?
Seth.
Does he know NFL and stuff?
No, but I think he would get into the spirit of it.
So
I don't
Seth's
think he
maybe
would-
an
he would
alternate.
back it.
Zach would do it, but he's on the same plane as Seth. Zach doesn't care about NFL whatsoever.
At
You think he'd be into it?
I think he loves college football, so he understands football. I think he'd get into it.
So that's 10, but I feel like we had 10, and we were like, all right, cool, we finally got 10. I'm missing somebody, I'm sure. Remember the first time we did this, we were like, do we not have any more friends? Like, we were at 7, and we were like, what is going on here?
We don't need new friends.
You just love that sound.
No, yeah, it's a good sound. I'm upset that mine melted. 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 8. I don't know how, but either way, we'll come up with some sort of punishment. Clink, 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 clink.
What's going to be the trophy name? There's got to be a trophy name, one for first and one for last. And the last can't sound good. It has to be like, oh, I don't want that trophy.
I don't know. Should it have something to do with the basement? Because this is where we're going to do all the stuff. No,
What's happening over here?
I have no idea.
I don't know either.
We'll have to talk about it offline, because this is going to be like an in-depth conversation, I'm sure.
Well, yeah. Well,
We'll
I can
figure it
tell you
out.
what they did. I mean, this would be more like similar to the league, the TV
Yeah.
show. And
Yeah, you did tell us about this a couple
Yeah.
nights ago.
They have a name for the last place trophy. I just don't know if we'll say it on here.
Yeah, we'll be all right. We'll talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. There is an idea behind it. Anyway, fantasy it's been we've been
It's
really
been
into
fun.
it lately.
Okay, we'll take it. Let's take fantasy a little bit different route. Doesn't it make the whole season more fun though?
Yeah,
Like,
I learn more.
yeah,
and I
you
watch
learn more about the players and like the way you get involved with football. I feel like before I would just wait for Sundays, watch the Jets game, and then all the other games would kind of like get tossed off to the side. It's like now I will sit there and I will watch almost every game that pops on that one of my players is in, you know? So I like that side of it.
I enjoy it more.
Dude,
This
you're
is
really
what,
settling
this is
in
what
there.
happens. This is why he's trying to make a strong play that he doesn't like the couches anymore.
No, what I was going to say to your argument was I was watching all the games regardless of fantasy. That's why it doesn't feel any different to me. But it was more exciting for me in the first couple of weeks than it is now. It kind of just feels routine now.
What dwindled out? That
You're gonna make the playoffs, right?
I'm,
You actually
I'm
have a
not-
winning record. You have a good record.
No, I have a good record. I'm in 4th place in our league out of 12.
I can't wait for next year.
I do feel this. I feel
can't
like we are all in leagues where we don't know other people. Whereas
Oh,
if
yeah,
it's
that's true.
people like I know it's your family, that's a different
Yeah.
situation, but you really don't get to see them
Yeah,
at
yeah.
all. So like, yeah, like I'm like, oh, Jess, you're gonna play Tim this week, like
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like you guys could sit there and talk about it, talk trash to each other, or whatever you want to do.
I would
I don't
love.
do trash.
Can we we could talk about this offline, but I would like if we can allow, like, if the commission will allow us, like, if me and Jesse are playing, we could do side bets, like, if we wanted to. Like,
Playing each other?
yeah.
And
playing
do
each-
side
Like
bets about
money?
what?
Yeah.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Like
No
if-
one's stopping you from doing that.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You can do whatever you want to. Like
You wanna
off,
bet your
off.
pound?
Whoa!
Jesus.
I feel good.
You want to bet your car? I mean,
Yeah.
pink slips?
Pink slips? I don't have a pink slip. I know you have multiple, but
Jess only has one. She has the Mustang,
which one?
Which one?
the older one. You don't get the pink
Beat
slip.
me
till-
to it.
No, you got me first. You got it first.
Damn.
I know, Ashton.
Anyway,
I know.
fantasy's going to be good. I'm really, really excited for next year.
Yeah, I think we
I
still have
swear
to
I
settle
know I
on a
had
commission.
I know we had 10. I'll do it if I have to, but I don't want to.
Does Larry like football?
Was it Lairs Bears?
No, I don't know. We'd have to ask him. I don't think so. Man, I swear I thought we had 10. I remember asking Trey, and Trey was like, yeah, I'm in. And I was like, cool, we have 10 at least. But I don't remember now.
What?
I'm just saying. I think that was it.
I don't even think he's making Christmas. We don't want that nonsense.
I know. I was thinking at one point that might
It
have
wasn't
been the name
him.
that was-
No. Not since April. Man, I swear. thought we
I
had
swear.
10.
I thought it was Seth. I really do.
I wanted. I remember I asked you about Seth, and I think you may have said something like he doesn't know anything about it, but he would probably do it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah,
We'll
I just
figure out
want.
the
I
time.
want it to be. I think the most fun leagues are going to be when it's competitive.
Yeah.
When people know the players, and everyone's just got to buy into it. You know,
Yeah.
otherwise, if you have one or two people that are going to just like, oh, we're losing, there's got to be a reason for people.
That's
to keep
why
playing.
I wanted to at least make a reward at the end, not even just winning money. I wanted it to be like you're getting a trophy. You're getting something that you can hold for the year.
I
You
don't
know?
want a participation trophy.
No participation trophy.
Okay.
We're only doing first place trophy.
Okay.
There's only one trophy.
There should
We're
be
gonna
two.
name the
There
league,
should
and
be
it's like
two trophies.
you think one last place should be like a little baby trophy.
Yeah, something embarrassing. Yeah.
Hear me out and tell me if this is bad.
Yeah.
All right.
The head honcho, the winner, the basement baron. The bottom guy,
Here we go.
the basement bitch.
Yeah. All right. I like that.
I'm just putting that on the
And-
table.
Okay, so here's the thing.
Whoa.
So for the following year, the other 9 people only refers to them as the basement bitch. We don't call them by their real
Yeah,
name for the
just walk to
entire year.
What's up, bitch?
Dude, that's the punishment. You call them that name for the entire year.
Well, I also have heard of leagues actually like issuing a punishment, like for getting last place.
Yeah.
Like you have to spend 2 hours at a bus stop begging for change or something like
Or like
that.
you have to wear a chicken costume for a day no matter where you go.
just like walking
That sort of
around,
thing.
stuff like that too. But
And we
yes,
have to have a contract where we sign it, and it's like you're doing this if you lose. You have to follow through, or you're not allowed for next year.
you get kicked out of the league.
Mm-hmm.
You pull your pants down, lean over that couch right there, and everyone gets to smack your ass one time.
Oh,
That's dark.
Slapsgiving.
We can do it on Slapsgiving.
All right, so listen, basement baron, the basement ballers are 2 through 9,
Yeah.
and then the basement bitch.
Okay.
Man.
You don't
like
you don't
that.
have to buy what I'm selling, but I'm just putting that.
The
putting
idea,
that out.
The idea
of
is
it
there.
is out there. Yeah,
I'm okay with
there's
that.
just got to be something to keep everyone
But-
involved. There's got to be. Don't get last. You just can't get.
I
last.
feel like if there's certain people in last place, you wouldn't call them the basement bitch
Well, for instance, Uncle Ed.
or Uncle Lou.
I would call him the basement bitch.
Would you call Uncle Lou the basement bitch?
We would have to by contract.
There's a contract saying we have to. I don't know if I would refer to any of my uncles as bitch. So
No, you would have to. You have to follow the
You're
contract.
contractually obligated.
And we are as much contractually obligated as they are
Yes.
for being called the bitch.
Yes.
We have to call them that. I mean, literally. Listen, I mean, literally, all 9 of us changed the name in our phones to changed their name to the basement bitch.
I like the idea. I think we have to work on the execution a little bit. That's all.
What about the basement bastard? A little softer.
Well, I mean, I feel like those are equal
There
hardness.
needs to be something to where they're reminded all year that they lost.
Yeah.
That's
No,
what we're
I get
getting
that.
at.
I get that.
The basement blowhole.
That's almost worse, right?
Yeah.
I feel like all the things we're saying, I wouldn't do with my uncles involved. That's all I'm saying.
I
So,
forgot.
I think we
They
would have.
know what they're signing on for.
Do they?
Yeah, but I don't think they
When
do
we have
really.
the
We haven't
contract-
made this aware. I don't know if we could get them involved if we're doing that.
Tim, your dad's involved.
Yeah.
He said he
Yeah,
would.
I couldn't call Mr. Ed anything derogatory.
You would be contractually obligated
You would?
to.
So you would call him that?
If he signed the contract,
No.
absolutely I
You would
would.
walk into the
Alright.
house and say, "What's up, basement bitch?"
If, we-
All right. All right.
listen, if willingly all of us signed this contract and agreed to it, yes, I
Uh,
would. Yeah, I wouldn't just do it if he didn't want to do it.
I don't know.
No.
Okay, well,
I
we're
think
on
that
the
would
right,
be the move if there were no
We're on the right
elders
track.
involved.
We're on the right track. Well, then
Yeah.
we'll kick him out.
Wow.
Wow.
Then we're gonna have to find new people.
Yeah, we can't even get 10.
We can get 10.
we
could
will
get 10.
figure it out. This is sagging.
What in the world?
Something fell out. No, we're on the right track, though. I like that idea a
Yeah.
lot.
So we come to the conclusion.
There needs to be a
there's gotta
reminder.
yes.
An all-year reminder.
Yeah. I'll tell you this. I'm just
How
gonna,
about the
I'm just going to go out there now that we called basement bitches and bastards.
I have something, though.
The last place trophy in the actual TV show was called the Sacco, and it was a big giant nut sack hanging off a trophy.
You can't do that.
That was what it was.
I think, what if something like the loser, like whoever they see in the other league throughout the entire year, you have to bow to them. Like the loser has to bow to who they lost to.
But in Japan, that's respectful.
Yeah,
Is it?
that's
Yeah.
What about a curtsy?
In Europe, that's respectful.
We're not here.
What if the punishment is they can't play the next year?
Well, then we have
Well,
to
no,
find
we'll need
someone
another
else.
guy.
So the punishment is excommunication?
Yeah.
Excommunicado.
Ejecto.
I don't know. I feel like certain people.
Too fast, too furious.
My
reference.
man.
My guy.
I feel like some people in the league are only doing it because we need them, and they
Yeah.
don't really care. So I feel like if they
Who?
did get last place, they
Who?
wouldn't really
Name
care.
names.
Name
Well,
names.
we have to find another two people now that Uncle Ed and Uncle Lou are out.
That's what I'm saying. So far, nobody has been like, I guess I'll do it.
So we got us 4. We got Lou. We got Navarro. That's 6.
6, Uncle Ed.
Uncle. Well, as of right now, if we're doing,
He said he would. I don't know if he'll follow through.
I just don't. Yeah, I just don't know if he'll be a
Do
willing
we-
participant of
This
the
is
losing.
my problem. Do we have that little friends where we can't come up with 10 people in our lives?
Yes.
I think you're just having a blank moment.
I had this a couple weeks ago and I couldn't think of anything
Well,
else.
I don't think it's necessarily we don't have the friends. I think we just have we don't have the friends with a willing spirit to participate in something like this. This is something I feel like it's a close friend group that would have to do.
Yeah. We're going to have to figure it out. What are you going to do? Should we stay on football and talk about
Do you
some
want to do
picks?
picks? You want to do picks?
We're here. Let's do it.
Oh, might as well. So we don't have to plant a flag. So last week,
I dropped my pencil.
I think Ashton won last week. I didn't even grab
Did you
the
get his
pens.
pens?
I got 11, gentlemen.
I got 10.
11.
You know, can I do that too?
Well, hurry up. It's all right.
We're going to bathroom.
Me and Tim will hold it down.
Ash.
Tim.
So I'm not going to bore Jesse with this nonsense.
Okay.
Or Dan as he's walking away. But Dan, you don't want to hear about this nonsense. What? It's anime. So I don't know if you're keeping up, but The Boy and the Heron coming out December 4th, which is a Friday, I want to say.
Well, the 8th is a Friday, so I think that's actually a Monday.
Is it? No, it can't be. I think it is the 8th. I think it's the 8th.
The 8th, 9th, and 10th is our Christmas program.
I think it's
so-
the 8th. Either way, did you watch the
trailer.
trailer for the English version?
Mm-mm.
No? Have you seen the trailer for just the Japanese version?
No.
Oh, so you haven't seen anything about it.
No, there was a. I was reading. I'm going to sound like an old man. I was reading the front page of the New York Times on Thursday, or on
Are you
Wednesday.
subscribed?
Yeah, it's like $4 a month. Mainly for the cooking. New York Times cooking is top tier.
Yeah?
That's where I found the buttered rum recipe.
Oh.
But there was a review for The Boy and the Heron. And
No,
it was very positive.
I was looking on Fandango to see like times coming out for the release, and Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 98.
Yeah.
Like it's peak. The only thing is, I heard it's very emotional.
Yeah, but that's Ghibli films, man.
I know it's Ghibli films, but they've never like. I feel like this one's gonna go out with a bang.
Now, here's one thing that I did read. I don't know about you, but I am not a fan of what is Grave of the Fireflies?
Never watched it.
Okay,
Mm-mm.
don't.
You've watched it?
Yes, don't watch it.
No, I won't. But I've always heard like, so it's on Hulu, but it's not on HBO, which is where every other one is. But everybody always says it's like the worst. Like it's not worse.
It is the most emotionally
emotional. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And I probably won't ever watch it, but I heard this was kind of like that. I don't want to say that kind of emotion, but it's in that kind of way.
So Grave of the Fireflies involves a war,
Yeah.
and this movie also involves war.
Yeah. I heard he had to take like a month break or something because he was like so emotionally invested.
Yeah, Miyazaki grew up during the Second World War.
Mm-hmm.
That's why war has always been a recurring theme in his movies.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know how heavily, if it's going to be a Grave of the Fireflies level. I don't think so. That's
Maybe
not
I
what
wanna
I've
come.
seen.
That's what she said.
Will you watch the trailer or no?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, watch it and let me know what you think.
I want to go.
And if you
Don't
want,
forget about me.
I'll just go and watch it in English.
Yeah, watch it. Yeah, in English. December 8th, Hannah she listened to the podcast. She said she better be there because she does want to see it.
Well,
So-
the 8th, 9th, and 10th, I can't do it because we've
Okay.
got the Christmas thing.
we don't have to see it on opening weekend, but
Do you think it'll
we
be a
can-
limited release where they only show it for a week or two?
yeah.
And is it going to be at, sorry, Jess, The Great Escape?
No, Regal Cinema?
No, yeah, that's where when it comes out December 8th, it's showing there. So I'm assuming it's going to be there for a little bit.
We can always go like in the morning on that weekend because he's going to be here anyway. If we wanted to do a morning show.
Oh, that's another thing I was going to say.
Oh.
It's that movie is 2 hours and 8 minutes.
I'm here for
just
it.
so you know.
I didn't want to watch the trailer because I want to go in
But really, the earliest they
turkey.
show movies is 10 or 11 o'clock.
10.
matinee.
10
Matinee.
o'clock.
10 o'clock?
It would take up, a majority of one of our days.
Well, let's just look at the schedule.
We'll pray about it.
If there's a showing at 10 and we get out by 1.
Yeah.
It's nothing crazy.
I'm saying I still want to go. The reason why I didn't watch that morning was because I want to go in cold turkey. That didn't make sense. I want to go in
You want to go in blind.
blind.
So you don't want to see the trailer? Actually, no.
No.
That would probably make sense. He probably would think it's weird.
Let's not let him watch
Yeah.
anything
Yeah.
Thank you.
beforehand.
Well, we won't.
Maybe leave there, get some Millers.
Millers.
Hey-o!
We haven't been to Millers in a while.
That's because you were talking crap about it, I think.
It was it was when Jesse was on a cruise.
Oh
You
my
might have
god!
I think I was there for that one.
I
Dan-
know you were.
Dan was there
I
for
heard
that.
all about
Oh man.
it. I heard all about it. And I was like, oh.
Dan was off of a week of vacation and then a week of sickness.
Yep. I doubled down. Had COVID and then a week of vacation.
So, NFL picks. Dan, here's how we do this. We go through and we pick who we think's going to win, and then we move on with our conversation.
Oh,
So,
11 picks
Ashton won last
successfully
week.
chosen, boys.
He had
Yeah.
a rough week, and this is a strong bounce back.
I had 3.
He had 0 in the 1 o'clock games. He had no right
Not
picks.
a single one.
man, that's tough.
And
That's-
here's what also happens. Tim brought this to the equation. So as we're going through these scores, he will yell, stop, and he's going to pick a game of the week, and we have to pick the scores. And whoever gets the right score gets a trophy or something. No one's done it yet.
Okay.
It does not get called the basement bitch. All right. Who wants to start us off?
Bucks Colts, 1:00.
Buccaneers.
Indianapolis.
This is going to be an upset.
Colts,
Buccaneers.
baby, let's go.
Picking Colts?
Yeah.
Dan, why don't you run us through the rest of these
The
games?
4 and 5 Bucks.
Yeah. It's going to be an upset. They need to win.
Why would you think a Bucks are an upset?
I don't know. I heard someone say it.
You like Baker that much?
I don't like Baker. I like Mike Evans,
Well, they got Mike Evans. They got Chris Godwin. They have a great running back.
which I'm trying to get.
Yes, I do remember that. Baker Mayfield.
Dude, he's not awful.
Baker Mayfield's
No.
numbers right now are actually very.
He's a good
very
fantasy
high.
quarterback, yeah.
Yeah, it's so I don't think the Buccaneers are. I think this is a very even matchup, but due to the amount of players the Bucks have, I'm going with Bucks on this one. But
Nice, Dan.
I think it's 50-50. I know the Colts have a great running back in Taylor. The only downfall is I think Minshew is a little iffy on the
Yeah.
quarterback side, but they got Michael Pittman Jr. on like the receivers. They got a few good receivers as well too, and they got Josh Downs on there too.
Yep.
So
I'm going Bucks. I
yeah,
think,
I'm
that's
going.
what
I'm going with Bucks just because I think Mayfield's going to outperform Minshew, and then I think the
Yeah,
running
he's
game
got
will
Mike
be very
Evans,
even.
man.
Maybe Godwin can get some receptions.
I'm guessing
Do you have
have him.
Godwin in fantasy?
That's what it
Yeah.
sounds like.
Yeah.
All right. So move on to the next game. We got Pats Giants. So this is the battle for last place. Let us
Sadly,
hope. I'm voting Giants.
I'm picking the Patriots because for some reason I just think they're gonna win.
Because Belichick doesn't play the let's be the worst team in the league to get the first round pick.
Never.
He goes all out every single game. I'm kind of with you, but I think the Giants will pull this one out.
DeVito back at it
Exactly.
again.
He is far
Tommy
better.
DeVito. Did you see his celebration?
No.
This man is so Italian. First off, we got to run that back.
Is he?
This man looks like he came slap out of the Jersey Shore. Like it was. He is so Italian. He wears a gold chain.
Ooh.
And so it's just like the dude's just straight up Italian. His celebration, he threw a tutty. All right, boy catches it. He's running to the end zone. He's going like this,
that's
flipping
good.
his wrist around.
That's
I'm
good.
like, that's the most Italian quarterback I've ever seen in my
Love
entire
that.
life.
All right. So what do you think? What you pick?
Giants.
You're picking Giants.
I'm Giants.
Pats.
I'm actually going Pats on this
I'm
one.
going Pats.
Man, split 50-50 again for the second game in a row.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the
You boys are not going to like my pick here.
No,
I'm going Steelers.
I'm going
You going
We're
Steelers?
clear
Yeah.
Okay.
Steelers. At least on this side of the couch.
Higgins is out this week again. Burrow is
Out.
Let's
out.
let's not
so
focus on
no.
that.
Don't worry. Higgins hurts
Good.
me too. It's okay.
Yeah, I'm going Steelers, Dan.
Steelers.
You think there's gonna be an upset,
Steelers?
Dan?
Who's the quarterback for the Bengals right now?
Hey, nice shirt, Ash.
I
Thanks,
forgot
man.
his name.
Hey,
It's-
my
no
cup
one
runneth
would know,
dry.
though.
No,
No. Kenny Pickett's is he injured or is he?
no, he's playing.
He's playing. I'm going to go Steelers just because of I believe in Mike Tomlin.
Yeah.
Bengals, I think, they're in a tough spot. I think overall they're still the better team. I think Steelers are going to take it for coaching.
Yeah, for sure.
Steelers.
Panthers, Titans. Definitely going for the Titans just because the Panthers are the worst team in the NFL.
We need Titans to go off. You want to know why? Derrick
Henry.
The man is bench pressing. I mean,
The Panthers team.
429s in the commercials for State Farm. He needs to be dominating this game. Okay, he's running through walls. We need him to go off, Dan.
This is also coming from the guy who also has Adam Thielen.
They can both go off.
Okay.
I have players on both these teams. They both need to go off.
Yeah. I'm going to have to side with the Titans as well, too. They have a good, decent defense. What was the
Is it not? It's brand new. That's probably why it's a little crappy. Ash, what's your pick, Ash?
I do believe that the Titans could play half of their defense with one arm tied behind their back, and they're probably still gonna
I like
take
it.
this one. So
I like it.
I just threw some shade, Tim. All right, Jaguars Texans.
Woo, woo, woo!
picking Titans?
Game of the week.
It's the game of the week, baby.
Game of the week.
Jags Texans. We're picking the scores for this one, baby. We're going.
I'm gonna have to make a
Was that the
statement for
scoreboard alert?
Yeah. We're going against Trevor Lawrence against C.J. Stroud, one of the best rookies of the year. Phenomenal. I'm going Texans, 27-14.
That's a solid pick. I'm also going Texans, but I'm going to say 35-24.
I like those numbers. I think it's going to be an offensive game. 27-24 Texans.
I'm going nice round numbers here. We're going to go 21-14.
Okay.
Texans will win.
C.J. Stroud is just on fire right now.
The man can't be stopped.
No.
What a great quarterback.
MVP level?
Not quite.
I mean,
No.
He's up there, but I'll put him behind
Who's his
like
competition?
3 other. I mean, if we're just going based off stats, you got Lamar, Josh, Allen, and
You really think Josh Allen will win?
no. But I mean, his stats are still there, though. Yes, he has a lot of INTs, but as far as throwing yards and rushing yards and touchdowns, he still has kept a majority of that. He just has more turnovers.
I'll take a bold pick. I think Tyreek Hill.
For MVP?
Mm-hmm. I think they may go off the wall because so many quarterbacks right now are like toeing the line for like maybe breaking through. Maybe they want to change.
If I had to guess, number 1 in my book is Jalen Hurts.
I mean, he's up there. I mean, it's hard to argue with that.
Yeah.
I would think if they want to like freshen it up, if he hits 2,000 receiving yards, it's going to be something to talk about. And he's like fairly close.
He is. He definitely is, yeah. But I don't know.
Let's get him to 2,000.
I'm just saying.
Let's get him there.
I won't be blown away if Jalen Hurts wins it because he's killing it. But Tyreek Hill is like, of all the years at a receiver to win MVP, I think this is the year.
Yeah. I mean, you still got Patrick Mahomes out there, too. Honestly, he has not been impressing lately. Like, even his fantasy numbers are kind of like...
The past 5 games, they
No.
haven't scored in the second half.
Ooh.
It's just-
stat.
I
Next
think,
gen stats. By
I
Jesse.
think when it switched to Taylor's version, it kind of tweaked him a little bit. And
Yeah.
It's just like he's not the same
It's
one.
not the same
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
I don't know. He doesn't have this. He doesn't have receivers right now. That's the biggest thing.
All right, so we got our picks in.
Yep.
All our scores. All right, man, let's move on. Saints-Falcons. Big division game.
Dirty Birds. I'm going Dirty Birds.
Here we go.
Rise up.
Rise up!
It's hard to not pick the Saints. I'm going to be honest with you.
What?
It's hard to not pick the Saints.
I'm actually a little bit with Jesse on this one.
Isn't Ritter back to starting?
Yeah, Ritter's back to starting.
I mean, they tried benching him, and he's back at it.
Their best receiver.
Tim has already picked every single game, by the way. he flies through this.
I think the Falcons' best receiver is the Saints' third receiver. Like, they have much better receivers. You got, I understand Bijan Robinson on the Falcons, but then you got
But they
Alvin
don't use
Kamara.
him. They
on the
don't
Saints.
use him.
They use him pretty good.
Not enough.
You should look at his fantasy numbers.
No, they're not great. Only the past couple weeks he's been good. They have barely used him.
I think they use him a lot.
He's been on the bench in my league for most of the year. I've been watching him.
Okay. I mean, I probably would disagree with that. I think he has the most touchdowns on the team. They use him. Well, yeah, I
mean,
understand. That's
you're not wrong.
That's not much.
I mean,
Hold on.
Did the man just leave during football picks?
that's what
He
he
did.
does.
He probably does have a lot of ups and downs, but I don't know. He's got
The
20.
man's updating his phone right now. Let's
I
point
was
that out.
noticing that.
Dan, you need to know this about Tim. No matter what we talk about, he's on his phone. Like we're like, this is a thing, and he's just like always scrolling through. It's ridiculous.
I mean, last week against Minnesota, he had 11 carries for 51 yards. Then there was the questionable week in week 7 where he was like, "Oh my god,
had a
I got
headache."
and he didn't play. But he got in there for one play and did 3 yards and dipped out.
Mm-hmm.
So there was that one. But other than those two, he is double digits plus every single week.
Really?
Yeah, he's good. He's good. Regardless, there's some weeks where he has like 11, 12 points, and then you got some weeks where he had 25.
I'm still picking Saints. I think I'm comfortable.
Well, I'm with you on that. I think the Saints, Kamara, the Saints aren't that great, but Derek Carr is mediocre, but he's still better than Desmond Ridder.
And he's back next week.
This week, whatever. But
Yeah.
they have, I think Michael Thomas is out, but they still have Chris Olave as well too in there. They got Alvin Kamara. I'm gonna have to pick Saints on this one over the Falcons. Although
I guess I
want the Falcons to win because I do have Drake London on my fantasy team, so I would love if he performs. But I think overall, on paper, the Saints I think have a little bit better team than the Falcons. But the Falcons have a solid defense. I think it's just going to be up to them if they can stop the Saints from scoring.
Tim, bring us to the 425.
425, baby. Rams, Cardinals. Rams.
I think me and Dan are on the same page. Let's see what he says.
I'm picking Rams. Kyron Williams is back, baby.
Yeah,
But Kyler Murray is back too.
and he has been tearing it up. I'm also playing against him this week, so I hope they don't do good. But he's been tearing it up.
Against the
I'm not gonna
Falcons?
lie. I'm not
Is that
gonna
what
lie.
he
This
played
one's
last
the
The
week?
only team he's played against.
He did great. I really think Cardinals are going to pull it out. Browns, Broncos.
You know,
what?
I think I'm with you on this one.
What
Cardinals,
have the Rams done recently that has been impressive?
Yeah, but Matthew Stafford's been out,
Yeah,
and
Cooper
Kyron
Kupp.
Williams has been out. Cooper Kupp's out again.
He's still out.
Yeah, he's out again.
Yeah.
But Matthew Stafford, they still got Puka Nacua. The man's been going off.
There's been a lot of syllables in this team. I don't know. I just don't think they're going to get it.
For some reason, even though the
They're
Rams
not
are
impressive.
doing bad, I still feel like they're still in most games for some reason. Like they're not losing terribly. They're losing, but they're not like awful. Like they're there. They're right.
I'm 50-50 on this one. The tiebreaker is I have Kyron Williams on my fantasy team, and I really want him to do well. So I'm willing this one into existence. I'm going with Rams with all rushing touchdowns this week.
All right.
All rushing.
Oh, let's go.
All right, Tim.
Browns at Broncos. Mile high, baby. Broncos have won 4 straight.
Broncos country?
They have the longest winning streak right now in the NFL. Broncos.
I'm going Broncos.
I'm going Browns.
Let's not forget,
I'm going Browns.
Browns are doing solid.
All good things must come to an end, Tim. The Browns are going to win.
Broncos.
You know what?
Up.
You know what?
This man's switching it up.
You
The
can't.
QB situation on the Browns
It's troublesome.
is going to be a factor.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I am switching. It's a rare switch. I am going Broncos.
He's switching with the Sharpie.
I am
think
going Broncos.
The Broncos are on an uptick. I was borderline saying Broncos, but the Browns defense is so good.
That's fair.
They're intercepting everything. That
Miles
defensive
Garrett.
line is just wrecking people.
I also
right
think
now.
the Broncos defense is the reason why they're winning most of these games because they're not putting up strong numbers.
they have good cornerbacks.
I think they're going to be very good defensive games. I think it's going to be low scoring, but I really think Broncos are going to win it.
Yeah.
Only reason why is it's home and the Browns have a quarterback issue right now.
I don't know how the Browns are as good as they are right now. They did lose Deshaun Watson and Nick Chubb. They lost their QB and their running back, and they're somehow still winning games.
Defense.
Yeah,
It's Myles Garrett.
It's so yeah.
And speaking of Myles Garrett, did you see what happened last week with the helmet thing?
Oh yeah.
Do you remember years ago? It was about 2 years ago.
Yeah, Mason Rudolph.
Mason Rudolph, quarterback for the Steelers. He got tackled by Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett ripped his helmet off during the tackle and held the helmet and used it as a weapon and swung it at him and hit him in the head. You remember this? So this past week, Browns are playing the Steelers. It's the same exact situation.
Yeah.
A helmet falls off during a play. Myles Garrett just picks it up, picks the helmet up,
Innocently.
and playfully is like holding it, and one of the Steelers linemen goes, whoa, 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 and grabs the helmet from him. And Myles is like this. Like, you could tell it was playful, but
It was so funny.
the announcers were like, it's still too soon, Myles Garrett. It's still too soon. I thought that was such a funny story, though, man. He picked it up and was looking around with the helmet in his hand.
All right. Bills, Eagles. Josh Allen is going to the brotherly shove city. He is going to face Jalen Hurts with the tush push. Picking the Eagles.
Eagles.
Eagles. There shouldn't.
Yeah, no one's picking the Bills.
I don't think they have a problem winning the rest of the season. I'll be honest.
Unless they play the Jets again.
Unless they play the Jets again. I'm picking Eagles. All right,
Patty Mahomes.
This will be an interesting one.
Yeah.
Patty Mahomes
I'm calling the
and T Swizzle going to Las Vegas to visit the Raiders.
They'll win.
Picking the Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Yep.
Taylor's version is coming out on top.
All right, Sunday Night Football. Chris Collinsworth, bring us home.
With his $700 fish, the Ravens are winning.
I am picking the Ravens because the Chargers don't know how to finish a game. They have the the all-time record for most points, most games lost by a field goal or less.
I circled the Ravens, but I'm debating to change it to the Chargers.
Yeah, I am actually on the same page as you. I think the Chargers have a lot of firepower.
Yeah.
They do,
offense.
they just can't finish a game. That's what
I
I'm
get
worried
that,
about.
But I feel like eventually it's going to click, and this could be the week.
I'm
for
picking
it.
the Chargers.
I'll tell you what, I think they need to win or else the coach is getting fired. I don't know about this week, but he's on the hot seat right now.
I'm picking Ravens still, but if there is
I'll tell you.
if there is a game for an upset, I think this is going to be one of the top ones for me.
Hey Siri, heads or tails? I'm picking Chargers.
Chargers.
I think I'm going to actually pick the Chargers. I haven't underlined yet.
Tim, are you picking the Chargers? I can't see that.
It shows Jesse.
Read it.
Chargers, baby.
Chargers, baby.
Yay!
Wait, so what are you picking?
I'm still picking Ravens right now.
Yeah, Ravens.
I think they're on a roll right now too.
I'm with you.
DK is absolutely right.
But I also think DK's also right. If there is an upset, this is the game to have an upset.
Yeah, I'm still rocking with the Ravens.
They have to win. Chargers have
Listen,
to win this game.
Ravens are clicking right now. They finally found
They
a
don't
running
have-
back that is putting up points. They got and they're distributing the ball. OBJ, who looked like he was gone for 3
I forgot
years.
who that was until last week
You
when they said
listen.
OBJ's on the Ravens. I said, what?
You didn't even know. The last 2 weeks, he has finally come out and made some points. They're getting the ball to different people. It's not just they're just moving really well right now. And then their defense, as always, is just really solid.
Keenan Allen.
That's fine.
That's
Also,
all I need. I need him to get 50.
One of the Bosa brothers is out for the season.
Who's that?
That's one of the Chargers' main defensive linemen, the one that gets all their sacks. He's gone. He's out. So, as much as I really think the Chargers offensively are great, I'm picking the Ravens.
Here's what I'm worried about this week, Danny. Bring it back to fantasy. I have Keenan Allen. My opponent has Eckler. So we need to have a pass-heavy week.
Woo!
It's going to be a problem. I'm not watching this
rushing's
game.
going to be a problem with them too. They
have strong
great linebackers.
But they also have the number 8 pass defense. It's tough.
Ravens are solid. There's a reason why
They average 27
or
to
eight-
They lost
receivers.
last game. They're 7-4.
8-4.
7-4, I think.
Okay,
We're in week 12 right now, so yeah, 7-4.
7-4. So, who they lose to though?
Browns last week.
Talking about that defense.
I'm telling you, and the Browns are going to
You
lose
guys might
this week.
reconsider the Broncos right there. All right.
Mile High treats you different, Dan.
Huh?
When you go to Mile
let's
High.
rise up.
Okay, that's true. Oxygen's a little thinner up there.
So I'm picking Chargers. Final counts?
Like, what am I looking at?
I don't know if that's the right verbiage there, but
Final counts 2 and 2.
Yep.
All right, man. Monday night football.
dun 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 dun.
Um,
I don't think I was on cue there at all, but
you know. I like
Dobbs.
neither of these teams, but Vikings are winning.
Vikings. Yeah, I
Dobbs.
agree with that.
I think Bears are at a point where they're going to tank the season.
No. Fields is back.
No, I don't think they're going to.
They're still going to tank the season. They suck. But
What's their
Tim
record?
say it. But the Bears suck. I think they have 3 or 4 wins.
No,
it's
I
the
didn't
Broncos.
say. Yeah, I didn't say the Broncos suck.
I know. I'm modifying.
Oh, modifying. No, the Panthers suck.
Audible.
The Panthers suck.
So the
Yeah, they do
Patriots
too.
suck.
No, the Jets suck. All right. That's where
They
you
all-
chime in
they're
and say
all
the
bad.
Falcons suck.
Rise up.
All right, Vikings. I'm picking Vikings. Who's with me?
I'm with you.
Yeah, Dobbs, baby.
It looks like we're all for the Vikings.
We all have the same pick for Thursday, right?
Cowboys.
Whoop whoop. That defense.
All day long.
Don't look at it like you're guessing right now. Don't you?
I think he has someone on the Seahawks.
He's trying to remember, like, who do I have on my fantasy
got
team?
No.
Lockett.
I'm not playing them though.
Yeah,
No,
you shouldn't.
I'm rooting Cowboys. I'm building building. What do you call it?
Anticipation.
Thanks. I will go with America's football team.
How about them Cowboys?
I like how money they're bringing Dolly Parton back.
That was so funny. I thought they were celebrating a cheerleader from their last Super Bowl.
As Tim says, damn!
All right.
That's all the picks. Any picks we want to bounce back to? I would highly.
Let me review.
Okay. Let's
No,
revisit.
I think the first game though, the Bucks Colts is gonna be really good. I think
Mhm.
it's a toss up.
I think so too.
But
That's a coin flip.
I'm
week.
going to the Colts. Yeah, for sure.
I only picked really one. I only seen like one major upset that I picked, and I don't like that.
Which one?
Chargers Ravens.
I wouldn't say it's an upset. The Chargers are good. They've just had really.
They can't finish. It's
Yeah.
the same problem with the Chiefs. They don't know how to finish.
Yeah.
5 games in a row, they have not scored in the second half. Not even the fourth quarter. Second half.
You know what's crazy too
Tell me about it.
is how much people, like at least for like the Cards, like how obsessed people are with Justin Herbert. Like they're projecting him to be so great, so his like cards are really expensive, but he really hasn't proved it yet. He's just like,
You mean like sports cards?
Yeah.
Like, oh,
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. He hasn't won any Super Bowls.
yeah,
His fantasy numbers are fantastic, though.
yeah.
Yeah.
So would you like have him over Lamar Jackson in fantasy?
To an extent, well, they're going to be pretty even. I think the thing is,
I think the only thing that's better is Lamar will probably have more rushing touchdowns, give you better.
yeah, but I think Herbert has a lot of weapons.
Yeah,
He's got Eckler. He's got Keenan Allen. There's
That's
a guy.
crazy. I can't believe the Chargers are as bad as they are.
Well, yeah. What are they like? 4 and 6 or something?
Yeah.
It's gotta be more than that. 5 and
I'm
7.
so happy.
4 and 7. 5 and
No,
It's week 12, right?
unless you
We're
had a
in
bye
week
week.
12.
I don't
Did
know.
they play
yeah,
already?
Sure, they did have a bye week. Yeah. But
I'm
yeah,
just
I mean,
happy to be here.
Yeah.
Life is good.
Okay.
Get those down in my plate.
I feel pretty solid about my picks. I do think I don't know if I really have an upset. I don't know if you would call the Steelers over the Bengals an upset or
No.
not.
Not it would have been like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't feel like I have any real upsets, but I feel pretty confident. Honestly, the only one I don't feel confident is the Patriots over the Giants. But I did pick the Pats because
To me, that's a coin flip. Also,
yeah,
they're both
I think
horrible.
when it comes down to it, the Pats at the end of the day have they usually have pretty good discipline.
What an awkward moment.
That was really weird.
I was gonna cheers him when he was drinking, but he stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feeling good.
Continue, Dan.
I think that Patriots, because of Bill Belichick, most of the time they're just fundamentally sound for the most part. They're just in rough shape right now, but so are the Giants. So I think when it comes down to it, there's like little tight moments. I
Seen
think
what
the
day it
Giants
was.
make more mistakes than the Patriots. So
Yep.
Just under 4 months.
Speaking of just under 4 months, we have 80% of the groom's party here.
oh my God.
Jake, where you at?
Tim finally, we didn't invite him. Tim finally. Do you think he knew that was a joke when I said, I'm glad Jake made the cut?
I don't know.
He was like, what the F do you mean I didn't make the cut? I thought it was a genius joke.
I chuckled.
Yeah?
I did. Yeah, I
How'd you
did
feel?
chuckle, Tim.
How'd you feel about sending out that text? Are you happy that all of us made it?
Yeah.
I mean, you got to think about it.
No. It's just, when you send it, then it's reality.
I mean, I'm sure it's been reality for a couple weeks after you proposed.
Well, no, not technically because you don't know how many are in it yet. And then you figure it out.
Okay. I thought you meant getting married is a reality.
Oh.
You're meaning the guys here are a reality.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm excited for the bachelor trip.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to
I'm
be good.
excited for it. Yeah.
We are going to keep it a secret from you, even though you'll figure it out. We don't want you to know everything.
No.
We got some surprises.
Oh, okay.
It rhymes with rublage.
Look in the camera.
Can you zoom in? Can we put that in post? Just zoom all the way in.
Did you see? No. We need to show you the video from last week's episode, Dan.
What was the conversation? Oh, man, he got it so fast.
He had that on standby.
There was a couple of those last week.
Well,
that were really
I don't
good.
understand. What was the context of that?
We were talking about. I was
Pokemon.
making an analogy of skins in video games.
No, it was Pokemon.
What was the original thing, though?
I'll remember. It was.
It was Pokemon the starters, and me and you were talking
That's right.
about.
That's right.
I remembered.
We were Tim and I were making the point
Good job, Jess. Yeah, we're all good, man.
as Poke veterans.
Yeah.
Played many games that we don't keep the starters, whichever one we choose in our party. And I made the point that that's the sign of someone that's played a lot of Pokemon. You don't necessarily keep the starter in your party. It just kind of feels like
He said it's a mark of a veteran.
And then Jesse
Getting
says
rid of the
he-
starter.
Yeah, he keeps the starter. That's why he looked directly at the camera.
I always keep my
So you're
starter.
not a vet.
Nope.
Dude,
That's
he called
exactly
you
what he
a
was
rookie,
saying.
man.
That's why. Yeah, I made a connection with
Yeah.
the three lenses over there. I got real
man
offended.
Subtle
what did they say?
flex.
Broke the fourth wall.
That's right.
Subtle flex. That man.
Yep.
I got 3 cameras over there.
Yeah.
It's got the Pro.
We all do.
Not the 15.
Not the 15.
I didn't say 15.
My phone is surely.
You didn't have to.
Surely my
Dan
phone
had
is
it.
not made out of titanium.
Shut up.
Dan says, I think about it every day.
Every day I'm over there. I'm just at work and I'm like, man, I wonder how Jesse's doing with this 15 Pro. So
You
he's
suck. Did you do any rapid fire? I can. I have a lot.
You have a lot?
I mean, I got like 15 maybe.
So Dan, just tweaking off of last week's Black Friday thing with Navarro, we were thinking about rapid
Last
shot-
week's.
Last
last
year.
year's. Did I
So-
say last week?
You did last week.
It felt like last week.
How many blue moon? How many BMs?
I know
have
that's
you had?
right.
3? No, yeah,
It
3.
feels like last week.
It does feel like last week.
So, well, no, I do this with every guest though. So every guest that we have on,
Do we rapid fire Zach? No.
You didn't rapid fire Zach. Pokemon would have been great. Rapid fire with them.
dang, I'll call him tomorrow.
We were too busy talking about our
So
first
rapid
times.
fire, Dan. So I do a rapid fire with every guest. I have a
Okay.
lot of rapid fire questions. You just give me it's a blank or blank, and you pick quick as you can.
All right.
Dan, tell us about the first time you had sex.
Ow.
Is that one of the rapid
Hey,
fire
tell 'em about
questions?
tell 'em about the time I walked in on you guys.
Yeah. Jesse told us this story a couple weeks ago.
Well, then it doesn't need to be
So what
repeated.
was
Was
your-
it Chinese food?
Yes,
Yeah.
we were watching.
That's
And
it.
if you've never had Chinese food post sex,
We were watching a million.
you're doing life wrong. All right.
So Dan, what was your angle on this story? Because I have an angle.
I just
His
ordering Chinese food.
Yeah, but you're not readily available to answer the door and pay the man.
The man was having a great night. What do you mean? What was his angle?
No, what did you think when I came in the room?
The only angle was top or bottom.
Bottom.
He was bottom.
He was absolutely bottom.
Yeah. But so the Chinese place, they told us 30 to 40 minutes for delivery.
And Dan was like, I got it. Dan said challenge accepted.
So I'm like, I got 30 to 40 minutes.
Says a timer on
So,
his
yeah,
iPhone.
like,
Yeah.
Hey Siri, set a timer
Like
for
a
30
New Year's
minutes.
Eve countdown clock.
and there we go, Siri. She's getting
Oh my
involved.
gosh, once a week. That's gonna go off.
So regardless,
We'll figure it
the story on that was one, knock before you enter, because Jesse didn't even give me a heads up.
I didn't know Jacqueline was there.
You
None of us
didn't knock?
knew Jacqueline was there. We didn't know Jacqueline was there.
There was no knock.
My dude, you still knock.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
So
past that.
I think rule one was that was the rule that
Wait,
was
so
broken.
he just
Still to this day, I can't believe I didn't knock.
Let
I
me
always knock.
Let me stop here. He
Maybe-
just busts into a closed door
Yeah.
without even like, hey
Here's the
Dan.
Oh, I was yelling. We were okay. Context. We're watching a movie in the living room. Doorbell rings multiple times. We answer the door. Chinese guy's there. We're like, "Hey, here's your food." We're like, "All right." We're yelling. Dan,
Food's paid for.
Dan, is it?
Yeah, you pay with card over
No,
the phone.
I
Yeah,
don't
they're
know.
not
Because why did I
delivering
run
without
up to
you
give you the
paying.
food?
No, that's
we don't
true.
know. This is like
Yeah.
15 years ago. We don't know back then.
I
They had
remember
paid
this.
on the phone.
15
Yes.
years ago.
You were 14.
Don't think everything that comes out of my mouth is gospel, Tim. Okay, so
Can I say something right before you tell us?
yes. No. I want to piece the story together.
Okay, they told me 45 minutes and got there in like
Dan's
under
like,
20.
I still had time.
Yes, I swear to God, I was like, "There's no way." There's just like they told us 30 to 45 minutes, and they leaned heavily towards the 45. 30, probably 45, and I was like, "All right, like cool." Just
Dan's
And ran-
unbuckling already. Yeezys are coming off.
Yeezys.
No, Dan didn't wear Yeezys back
No,
then.
no.
Did
I
you
was-
put the Yeezys back on?
I was a broke boy back then.
Oh, okay.
I probably had like Dockers.
What are those?
On a good day, it was wearing Sperry's. You know,
Damn Kyle.
It's before he came into some money.
That's right. Okay. So continue.
that was it. They said 45, and they got there very fast.
Okay. So
I saw the time.
on the topic of getting there very fast, they answer the door, and Billy's like, "Hey, go get the door." I answer the door. It's like, Chinese food's ready. I guess I thought you had to pay the man, or at least give him a tip, maybe. So I run up the stairs as I'm yelling, "Dan, food's
Did you
here."
run?
I'm sure I lightly
You
jogged.
never said anything. The next thing I was just
There's no way I would have just went, boom! Dan, Chinese food's here. There's no way. So anyway, it happens.
it does.
I open the door.
Open the door. I just peek around.
He did.
I make eye contact with Jesse.
Dan's like, what?
Why wasn't your door locked?
I thought it was.
That's not his fault. Why didn't I knock? I didn't know Jacqueline was there. I think that was my ruling. I don't think I knew she was there. Either way,
I don't know.
then I went downstairs, grabbed Dan's food. Guy left. I sat down at the couch. We watched A Million Ways to Die in the West. I don't think we ever spoke about it again.
Question.
We did.
Do you remember your order?
Yeah, I had General So's meal. Yeah, I don't know what hers
Lo
was. but-
mein?
Yeah, I had lo mein.
We know
General Tso's, and an
what
egg
her
roll.
meal was.
I don't know why that story got brought up. But
I don't remember why
yeah,
either.
that was.
So anyway,
to
speaking
sum
of
up
guests-
the story, though, it was
Not.
a quick delivery. It was a very,
And then he got
Wait,
the Chinese food.
Are we talking about the Chinese food? Okay.
yeah. That Chinese guy came quick. He came real fast.
Is that the one right there?
Yeah, China Star 42.
If you're listening.
Listen, yes. So I mean, good for them. They got like the order and delivered fast.
Just came a little too quick.
Yeah, yeah, it came real quick.
So did the Chinese food.
And so I didn't get there quick enough because you walked in. So also talk about a mood killer. All right,
That didn't stop
I went
you.
from midnight to
on.
6 real quick.
Come on, that didn't stop you. Come on.
We came down 20 minutes later. Got the food.
Yeah, there was time. Oh my god, that's so funny. Oh, okay. So speaking of guests on the podcast, I do a rapid fire section.
Except for Zach.
He does a rapid fire most of the time.
Can I
I'm gonna
grab-
call.
can I grab
I'll
a
call you
drink for
tomorrow,
this?
Zach, and we'll do this. So we have multiple questions. It's just yes. It's one or the other.
Okay.
Here we go. I thought you were gonna have some, so I left some off, but I put them back on. Okay.
I'm gonna pick up whatever.
Rapid
I
fire,
don't
Danny.
like this right now.
No, it'd be fun. It's
Okay.
just fun. It's. I want our new community to get to know you better. That's
There
all it
are a
is.
couple of new subscribers, like 3 more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Should we take a moment to thank our new subscribers?
We'll plant a flag. We'll get there. Where's he going?
While Dan's refilling,
Come on. Yeah.
let Dan refill. We would like to give a big thank you to, well, not Myles Garrett and Kenny Pickett. All right. New YouTube subscribers. We are up to 28. And
Look
those-
at God.
Those new subscribers are Bryn Black and Sabrina Karimnajad.
That's the name I was trying to think of last week. I think I said Mephibosheth.
I'm not sure what you said, but it was nowhere close.
It was not. It was not Karim Najad.
So Bryn and Sabrina, thank you.
Okay, Danny. Rapid fire for Dan. Here we go. You ready? Warmed up?
I can't
Jets
warm up
or
for this.
UNC?
Jets.
Bill Burr or Nate Bargatze?
Rapid.
Bill Burr.
Turkey or ham?
Ham.
Tim or Jake?
Damn.
I'm not answering that one. Those are my cousins. I love them both equally, but Tim.
This is only going to get harder. There you go. Power Rangers or Ninja Turtles?
I don't think that's an issue.
I didn't think so, but I had to find someone other than Power Rangers to compare.
Power Rangers.
Yes.
Nike or Yeezys?
Oh, right now Nike.
That's what I was going to say for you.
Oh, yeah.
Kobe or MJ?
MJ.
Oh, yeah.
I like that.
Dan is just hitting
Yeah.
home run after home run.
Alicia or Larry?
Alicia.
I would have put Larry all day.
I mean,
Look at the camera and tell Larry you're sorry.
Say it.
Larry, I love you, man, but it's just blood.
Okay.
I don't know what to say.
Christmas or Thanksgiving?
Christmas.
Brawl Stars or Madden?
Brawl
Ooh.
Brawl Stars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trib or 3000 GT?
Oh man.
Mm-hmm.
If I had money, it'd be the 3000 GT when I had it. But I'm gonna go Trip because of the
Memories.
memories. You can't.
There
you
you
can't
go.
get past
I
it.
love it.
Let's get weird, baby.
Harry Potter or Game of Thrones?
Harry Potter.
Oh, yeah.
Who was your favorite roommate?
Whoa,
No, Tim, there's no argument
Okay.
there.
No, stop.
Okay.
Come on now.
Okay.
Harry,
I
who was
love
your
Game of
favorite
Thrones,
roommate all time?
Ooh. Ellie.
Christy.
Why? That doesn't count. That doesn't count. No. Who's your second favorite roommate?
Who were my roommates?
I mean, how much time you got?
I've lived a lot of places.
Billy, Tyler, David.
Probably. I mean, just Billy. Yeah, I probably have to go Billy.
What a stupid answer. Mick Foley, Mankind, or Cactus Jack?
Cactus Jack.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, you know.
I'm not gonna lie.
yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Mankind obviously is a legendary one, but just to kind of go off script a little bit, I'm gonna say Cactus.
Every
Jack.
time I see a Cactus Jack collab in the sneakers app, I'm like, I hope Dan's on this. The man needs to be on this.
Is that the Cactus Jack? I don't think that's the Cactus
Get
Jack.
different
they're
Cactus
referring to.
Jack. Yeah.
Oh,
So Mick Foley. Well, do we
Forgive
count
me.
Mick Foley as a character?
I was very impressed that you knew that.
I would have said Dude Love. Over
That's what I was
Mick
trying to
Foley.
think of.
Yeah, Dude
I
Love.
think I'm a Dude Love guy.
Mankind and Cactus Jack. Cactus Jack, I think, is the coolest.
Trash can.
But Mankind is he's
Most
he's
iconic.
a legendary. Yeah, but I think everyone's gonna pick Mankind. I'm gonna go with Cactus Jack. He
I'm
was
alright
awesome.
with that. That's all I have.
so there's no relation to the other Cactus Jack?
I don't know if he got the
I don't
name
know.
from him or something, but no, I don't think there is a relation. If I'm not mistaken, Tim. Nothing.
I would assume that WWE has that trademark, but I've never heard of any reference to it.
Can they trademark names like that?
Oh yeah.
They can.
Mm-hmm. He owns The Rock still. WWE.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Dwayne Johnson.
He
does not.
owns like characters' names. Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. So Cactus Jack. Do you know who he is though?
Mm.
So that's one of Mick Foley's characters, and he had a black shirt and in yellow, it had a picture of his face and it said wanted, like a wanted poster. Then he had a red and black flannel on top of it. And he was just known, that was more ECW stuff. He was known as like the hardcore, like someone's getting bloodied or you're doing something crazy.
Barbed wire on a baseball bat.
Barbed wire on a baseball bat. Getting
He's wrestling.
suplexed onto thumbnails, like stuff like that. Mankind, well, that was also Mankind
That was
as well, too.
Mankind.
He was dark, too. But Cactus Jack, I think, was just like, I don't know. Wasn't that earlier than Mankind? Mankind, I think, was his latest character.
Yeah, and I think Mankind took off.
Yeah. Cactus Jack.
Dude
and
Love was like very low level. I like Dude Love. I
Then
had
it
an
went to
action figure,
Cactus
Dude
Jack.
Love. Mhm.
Then it went to Mankind. And Mankind was just,
What about Kane or Undertaker?
I would go with Kane.
Me too.
Yeah, I would go with Kane.
Yeah, me too. All right.
That was cool.
Yeah.
I thought there were going to be more rapid fire questions.
Dan, favorite
No, go ahead.
favorite Christmas movie?
Whew, that's a good question.
Which one just gets you in the spirit?
I'd probably have to. It's going to be Home Alone or Santa Claus for me.
Both solid picks.
That's my number 1 and number 2.
Dude. I mean, they're great.
I always knew you were a big Home Alone guy, but I didn't know Santa Claus also.
Oh, Santa Claus. I love Tim Allen.
Santa Claus
we
is
just
my
had
number
this
1.
Conversation,
Mhm.
yeah. But I also like animated Christmas movies, though, too, a lot.
I
What do you say?
have a stomper for you. Prime Adidas 2016, 2017 wave, or your prime Nike days now?
Oh my gosh. What's
That
prime
is-
Nike days? Like right now or what he had before he sold off and he had like the big hitters?
I think just like as our phases, like back then we were only Adidas and
Yeah,
we
that's true.
only did
Are we talking pre-21 crash or post-21 crash?
because those Ultra Boost Yeezy days were
That was a good time.
Those were
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to lie. I was more into NMDs than Ultra
yeah
Boost.
yeah.
Oh,
I had quite a few
Yeah.
NMDs. The ones that slipped on, they were like a sock. Those were good days.
Yeah. That was my first pair of like shoes
That's
was the NMDs.
That's what got us into the game. The shoe
I'm
game.
not gonna lie. I think I liked the NMDs days like better. D days. I don't know if I should say that. But, the Adidas days better. But as far as like my all-time favorite shoes, Nikes kind of slip up in there as far as like my favorite shoes I've ever had. But like as far as the excitement and like getting into it and everything like that, the Adidas days. And
I
Yeezys
think
were
I
fun.
miss those days too.
Yeah.
Remember like the OG days when the Frozen Yellows and the Belugas first came out.
In 17, that lineup was stacked.
We sat on the computer for like 5 hours.
Yes, yeah.
And
Right next to my half wall.
Yeah. Took L's on everything.
Everything. We
Can
didn't
we
get
talk
anything.
about the best time of our lives for a couple of minutes here?
Our life.
Can we talk about this? Words were chosen carefully. Can we talk about how awesome that time was?
Well, awesome for you guys. I'm not going to lie.
For everybody.
The half
we all had
wall
a great
really
time.
took him down.
That-
Yeah, it was
yeah.
great. He loved every minute of it.
Yeah.
Chrissy's like, damn, why can't I ever
Seriously,
come
that was-
over?
yeah.
Dan's like, no.
No.
A year in, we were like, "You're dating someone?"
No, was that bad? No.
Yeah,
I told you guys.
it was months before you actually.
You know,
were
I
like-
remember that weekend that you went to that wedding because you got free Ultra Boost out of that. They sent you 2 pairs for one.
Mm.
No, they didn't.
Yep, multiple times. I think.
Nope.
It was that weekend. Mm-hmm.
They didn't send me multiple pairs.
fellas, listen.
I just got refunded.
I had Dan luck last week. All right.
Well, listen, if everyone else is having dad luck except me, it can't be called dad luck anymore. All right? I'm putting a stop to this.
Notice how it's still called Dan Luck.
let me tell you what happened. So I ordered Asa a Olsen Braves jersey off of MLB Shop for Christmas. Okay. As advertised, it was free next day shipping. Okay.
Free next day.
Free next day. So a shipping company I've never heard of before, but that is owned by UPS. It was not Laser Ship. So the way that this is set up, the name is escaping me at the moment, but the way that it's set up is it's like DoorDash, where you put the order out there and someone accepts the pickup.
Dang.
It's not Postmates.
Short post.
No.
Yeah, let's give up.
So anyway, they pick the package up, put it in my mailbox, which is, I'm pretty sure, illegal. Unless
Yes.
you're the post service.
Yes. I don't know about it. Yeah, it's probably illegal.
It gets delivered at 8:45 at night. The driver takes a picture of it and then drives off with it. Okay?
With the jersey?
With the jersey. So I call MLB shop the next day, tell them what happened. They're like, no problem, we'll ship you out a new one. They use the same shipping service. Okay. So I'm following the tracking, and it's like 24 hours passes, no one has accepted the pickup. And then it says, pickup canceled. Like, what is this? UPS doesn't cancel pickups. So I called MLB shop the next day and said, I think the shipping company is bogus. They've just decided they're not going to pick up the package. You know, like, can I just get my money back? They're like, yeah, we'll refund you. They gave me a 30% off coupon. You know, sorry for the inconvenience or whatever. So I get my money back. Well, 5 days later, UPS delivers
Jesse
the jersey.
shows up. The actual UPS or this company?
Actual UPS. And I looked at the package and I'm like, I didn't order anything. And I open it up and it's the Braves jersey. So I got a $130 jersey.
Heck
And
yeah.
I didn't pay anything.
Wow.
So you're going to order a second one for him and keep that for yourself?
No.
Mm. You're going to order a Yankees jersey with that 30% off?
No, I bought bed sheets.
That was anticlimactic. I'm real upset you got bed sheets.
What do they have? Braves logos on them?
No.
Or-
Nike?
They're from
check
they're from LL Bean.
What's the thread count?
No, let's let him sit in silence for a couple minutes as we bask in how awkward that purchase was. Yeah, get comfortable.
Tim, would you have done the
We're
same
about
thing?
to go in on
Bed
this guy.
sheets? No.
Bed sheets?
Absolutely.
Bed sheets?
No.
What kind of guy gets bed sheets
Ash,
with a free?
Ash, I never
What, they got
question
rocket ships
your
on 'em?
purchases, but bed sheets, I'm going to question.
you?
I'm going to question bed sheets.
It was time for a new set.
What, they got Power Rangers on them?
Listen, if I got a free jersey, I would have took it and ran. I would have been.
I did take it and ran.
And then bought
It
bed
ran
sheets.
right to LLB.
Yeah. You could have got some cooler than bed sheets with.
Are they
$150.
6,000 thread count?
I have no idea.
Egyptian cotton?
They are cotton.
Does anyone know what Egyptian cotton really means?
It's a high thread count.
Is that it?
I oddly know about bed sheets. I shouldn't be giving Ashton shit. It's a high thread count. I don't know. It's comfortable. I don't
Well,
know.
I hope you enjoy those bed sheets.
Oh, all
All
right,
jokes
Tim.
aside, I hope you're.
Wait,
comfy.
how'd you get a 30% off with bed sheets?
I didn't get 30%
He
off.
just-
the bed
he
You
sheets.
still
just
has it.
wanted
I'm
to buy
I'm
bed sheets?
sitting on a 30% off coupon.
You should get a Zach Wilson jersey.
Should I?
I don't know if you should do that. I don't know if we would go that far. Wait.
So,
Bed sheets?
while I give you guys time to recover, I will tell you this. I'm probably going to sit on the 30 off coupon
And sit on the bed sheets.
Figuratively and literally.
because come March 31st, I'm going hard on baseball this year. All right? Just going to go ahead and tell you.
Wait, well, wouldn't you rather buy in the off season? So are they going to have sales or something?
Well, I've got between now and the start of the season to make my decision.
When
There's
is
no
the start of the
expiration?
season?
March 31st.
Is there any expiration on the code?
No.
Well, I'm glad you got the 30% off and a free jersey. That's awesome. I don't know how the bed sheets got brought up, but
They
I
asked
hope
me
they're
what I
comfy.
bought with the extra money.
So instead of buying another jersey with $130, you bought bed sheets.
well, yeah. I mean, I don't blame you if you don't need another jersey. I wouldn't have bought another jersey.
You
either,
spent
but-
$130 on bed sheets?
No.
How much are the bed sheets?
$65.
So you're still up.
So
Still
what'd you do
up.
with the other $65?
Well, I bought $100 in coffee today.
Ooh, what kind of coffee?
So you're negative 40.
Grassroots.
Local. So
I wish you just left it at I got a free jersey.
yeah, you should have.
But you guys asked me what I did with the money.
Yeah.
But you didn't technically spend the 130.
But hold on, let's get to this part. Would you have bought the bed sheets with or without getting the free jersey?
Yes.
So I don't
Yeah.
feel like you spent the
I was
same
waiting
money.
I was waiting on this Black Friday sale.
Moot
Okay.
point.
So I don't feel like that you bought the sheets because you got the free jersey. I think
Correct.
you just saved the money. That's
Yes.
all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's fine. He was gonna get the bed sheets.
They're
either way.
nautical stripes.
Every-
Well, that's the
Everyone
thing.
needs-
my eye
Well,
on
that's
them.
the thing. He shouldn't have told us about the bed sheets. You
He-
should have
he
been like,
should have
Dan
withheld.
Luck. And we all would have been very happy for
Not
him.
all of us. I'm not happy with that name. I feel like that name should be changed by
Ashton's
now.
like, all I care about is clean bed sheets.
Comfort is everything. Let me pivot. So, did anyone buy anything for Black Friday? And let me start.
good pivot.
I promise I'll recover from the bed sheets.
I
Tim,
don't know if you can.
Dan, I don't know how you feel about Christmas Vacation. Jesse's not a fan. Tim, I bought Christmas Vacation in 4K.
National Lampoons.
It's my favorite Christmas movie.
$8.99 on
Eight-
Best Buy.
$8.99.
4K. All right, 4K plus Blu-ray plus a digital copy should you need it.
I do have the Blu-ray version already and the digital, but
I don't have the digital. I mean, if you're handing it out, I'll take it. If not, give it to
You don't
someone
like the
else.
movie though.
No, I didn't say that. I said I watch it every
It's
year.
on
I
HBO Max.
tolerate it. Oh, well, then you don't have to give it.
But
to
not
me.
in 4K.
That's the thing. I love a digital library.
Is that on 4K on HBO or
No.
on Max?
No.
We're 100% sure on this.
Positive. It is the only way to watch Christmas Vacation in 4K.
speaking of digitals,
Interesting.
I have a large Blu-ray collection.
Portfolio. Okay.
And
Wow.
my mom
I have a fairly substantial
my
investment
mom has
into-
been very bored because my dad wants to rewatch the same movie. So I was like, well, if you want to watch any of the movies I got, you could look. And so she's watched all the new Planet of the Apes movies, the new trilogy from the previous. And I ended up giving her like 8 movies on digital download. So she has them on her Apple account now.
Which she shares with
Yeah.
me. So
She has-
your boy can get those
Score!
too.
She has like 8 or 9 more movies on there.
Hi-yo.
Yeah.
Merry
Yeah.
Christmas, Dan.
Look at
I was like,
me.
just
Oh
take
my.
all these digitals. I do not use digital downloads.
No, I think I unfortunately have that feature turned off, so I don't get to see them.
She has the Planet of the Apes trilogy, The Revenant, The Martian, Wolverine, Logan.
I just rewatched those, by the way. Those were cool
Which ones?
movies.
No, those are very good.
Wolverine
movies.
and Logan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just watched those, and those, yeah, they're just good, man.
Wolverine is
Such
is
a cool
sleeper
character.
movie.
Mm-hmm.
Can't wait for the video game.
I can't wait for Deadpool 3.
Ooh.
Yeah. When is that next year?
Yeah.
I just went through my collection, and I had a lot more steelbooks than I thought I did. And I
Don't
just
you
had
love
some
when you
good.
realize that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just like, man, like still one of my favorite ones was the Fantastic Beasts.
Beaks.
Fantastic Beasts: Crimes of Grindelwald, and it's just like this black and case, like stainless steel case, and then has a Deathly Hollow sign and everything. I don't know. It's just a really cool steel book.
You know what steelbook I'm jealous of that you have? There's 2 of them.
Hocus Pocus.
He hates Hocus Pocus. Sadly.
No, I think you
You
knew that.
nuts.
There's 2 of them.
2 that I have. I don't know.
2
Which
that you
ones?
have.
Space Jam.
Space Jam.
That's one of them.
I don't have the steel.
One
book
of
that.
them you bought. You were like, I might as well buy it, and you watched it and you really liked it. It's not a movie you would typically like. It's a movie that I would like.
Gotcha. Dunkirk.
Nope.
Shut up about Dunkirk. How do you remember what Blu-rays he has on deck?
We lived together when we went through this whole phase.
What is it though? So one was Space Jam on
Yep.
Blu-ray.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have
Whiplash.
Space Jam?
Which one?
Whiplash.
Oh yeah, I do have the steel book of that. Yeah, that's a cool steel book
What?
too.
That's not a good movie.
What are you talking about? It's an awesome movie. It's intense. You don't like it?
That's why it's not good.
Watching
Why?
Ashton and Jesse disagree on a musical movie is just like
No. I don't mean from a musical standpoint. J.K. Simmons is like a badass.
I did like the movie.
You don't like the movie?
I'm not with you guys on this one.
Now listen, I'll tell you this. Trey thinks it's not accurate. I'm not going off accuracy. It's I don't know. I like the movie.
Mm.
I liked it a lot.
I thought it was a good movie too.
Yeah.
I mean,
The fact
It
that
may
the
help
dude
that I'm not-
trained on drums for years and learned how to do it and is like a avid drummer, did the whole thing. I love the movie.
what did you not like about it?
Just the whole. I don't know. It's like. I felt like the joy of being a musician wasn't captured in that journey. There was no, like, the end point wasn't something that was worth the trial to me.
I don't know. I think it's a different line of musicianship than what we have experienced. Not that that is accurate. I'm not saying that is accurate. I'm saying the story of having a hard-ass teacher like that and seeing the struggle, and I'm sure there's a teacher out there like that, you know? And just seeing the amount of dedication the kid had to have to still continue with it and not just bail. And the fact that he got in a freaking car accident and still was like, that was the dedication to me. And that was the payoff, you know? And that intense last scene where like everyone cut and he kept going. I never thought of it as like seeing the payoff of being a musician. I saw it as going to a hard ass college like that and trying to train under the best and trying to be the best under the best and seeing like the pain that goes through it.
So you're saying it was more about the character versus the gratification.
Yeah, I guess I didn't see it as being a musician. I saw it as the two characters. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
And I'm sure there's a fair amount of musicians out there who are just somehow naturally good at doing what they do. Maybe they never really feel gratified by doing that necessarily, but they're just good at it. Like there's some people that are just good at things. They're like, I don't enjoy doing it, but I'm really good at it, so I do it. Like, but I haven't seen that movie probably since I bought it, so I would have to definitely rewatch it and try to understand it. But I don't know. I just overall, it could have helped that I'm not musically inclined at all.
I thought it was
looking
just
at it at face value or something like that as well.
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
But I thought it was a good movie. I mean, it wasn't a great movie, but it was solid. Like I enjoyed it. Yeah, I'd rewatch it.
Just speaking on movies, is there a movie that, like, just in general, that you guys really weren't planning on liking, but it blew you up, and then you love it like a lot, like a movie that you never thought you would like, but you do enjoy it? Or is that too much?
I'm more of a TV show watcher for the most part. So, I'll say this: I didn't expect to like Game of Thrones as much as I did.
Really?
Oh man, yeah. Once I got into it, like especially after the first season, like I was like, all right, I don't see why everyone likes this so much. And then I got into it, and I was like, I am in this to watch. I mean, you guys know I watched like 7 seasons in like a 3-week period or something like that. Like it was
another great time at the house. All of us got so into Game of Thrones, man.
Yeah.
And then the whole last season, we watched every Sunday night together. All of us stayed up no matter what.
We
watched
did.
every episode.
10 p.m. HBO.
Called out of work many times.
Yeah. You got to be there at 3 in the morning.
I called out of work on the series finale because we stayed up so late.
Yeah.
Man, that's a tough question. I don't remember a lot of new movies I've seen in the past year.
It doesn't have to be a new movie, just like in general.
Not off the top of my head, I don't remember any. Actually, yeah, but I can't think of the name. Okay, go ahead.
Godfather.
I
knew because it's probably very clear that you were in such a bad mood that day, Dan. You were in such a bad
Dan
mood
was
that
getting
day.
rowdy over there.
And you didn't even turn out to like the movie.
No, I need to rewatch it.
That's
it's been
a movie.
So long.
Have you seen it?
That wasn't the original though. We watched like The Godfather. What was
we watched the first one. We started with the first. That's a movie that you would expect Tim to love and me to hate, and it was the exact opposite. I love the movie. You hated the movie because it's 3 hours long and it's just all talking. There's not a lot going on. The Godfather, he gets sick. He
It's
gets
a lot of story building.
It's a lot of story building.
Yeah.
I
You
actually
know nothing
like.
going into
I
that.
actually really like the movie.
Oh.
I've been wanting to rewatch that. I just haven't.
The Godfather.
Hey Siri, stop. Bitch. I guess it's been 30 minutes.
I've got one.
Yeah?
No Country for Old Men.
Ooh.
You didn't think you were going to like it?
Nope.
Why?
Because I loosely knew what the plot was going into it,
Mm-hmm.
in that it was not set up as a traditional. Have you seen it?
Mhm.
It's not set up as a traditional good guy, bad guy. So even though, and I'm going to forget the villain in the movie's name, isn't it like Javier something that's the
like
actor?
that, yeah.
Shoot, Trey's like screaming right now. Even though there's a clear villain, there's no hero in that. But the
That's a
way that
good
the movie ends, it's like, whoa,
Mm-hmm.
That was a good movie.
yeah. Where the guy wakes up and realizes that he doesn't live in the sheriff. He realizes he doesn't live in a world of good guys versus the bad guys.
I I have one that I recently watched like a month ago because it's older and I remember liking it back in the day. But I thought because when you get older and you rewatch something, you're like, oh, this sucks now because it's like old. You're like, it's just cheesy now.
Mm-hmm.
Silence of the Lambs still holds up, and I still really enjoy it.
I like that movie a
yeah,
lot.
it's still really good. I thought it being made like 20 years ago was going to be cheesy now.
I think, isn't that the only horror movie to win like an Academy Award or
I
whatever?
think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I remember watching it back in the day, and it was like kind of scary. But like when you watch an old scary movie, you're like, this isn't good. This
No,
sucks.
it's eerie.
Yeah,
Like,
it's still really good. I enjoyed it. I'll probably watch it again.
Man, there's one that I can't think of right now, but it had Chris Hemsworth in it. Something at El Royale. Do you remember what that is? There's a movie, something El Royale, has Chris Hemsworth in it and a couple other actors. They're pretty popular. I have it on my my app, but I deleted the app for some reason. But I have the steelbook of it, and I bought it because I had high ratings. But I was like, these are the
I
type
know
of
the
movies-
exact movie you're talking about.
Yeah, they're at a hotel.
The cover is like a hotel neon lit sign.
Yes.
You watched it with
Oh!
him. You watched it with him.
Oh yeah, I remember exactly what it is. I just don't remember.
I don't remember the name.
Woody
but it has
Harrelson,
something-
is he in that movie too?
Trouble at the.
You're on the right track.
Something at the El Royale.
Yes.
It's definitely that.
Yes. Yep. You wanted
I'll
us
go
to
with
watch
that.
it together, I think.
Yeah, we all live together.
Yeah, because I remember I got it and I was like pretty low expectations because the battle at the El Royale.
That's it.
Bad times, not battle.
Bad
times at
Get
the
that.
El Royale. Yes. And I got it and I was like, you know what? This is usually not my type of movie, but I'm going to watch it with the hopes that I do like. And I really did. I actually really liked that movie. And then another one that I liked more than I thought I would, but it's not a movie that everyone liked, was the Murder on the Orient Express. That like problem solving movies kind of stuff really interests me.
The Lego, the Orient.
Shut up. Shut up. I liked what was the movie before that? There was another one like that.
Knives.
Knives Out and the other
Yeah.
one, Glass Onion. Both of those movies are awesome.
Those movies
Great
are
movies.
awesome,
Never seen
dude.
either one of them.
You've never seen
That's
either one?
sick.
Have you?
No.
Great
Oh
movies.
my goodness.
Murder mystery.
Yeah. But
Great
like
movies.
it's not they're just good. There's just a lot. It's so good. There's a lot of layers to it, but man, I would encourage both of you guys to watch it. I feel
those
like
are
both of
awesome
you guys
movies.
would like them.
I know Knives Out is its own movie, and Glass Onion is a Netflix original movie.
Yeah.
Well, they're both the same though.
Yeah.
Glass
Same.
Onion is like a Knives Out story,
Mhm.
whatever. So
Same.
they're related.
Same
They're
concept.
so
different,
awesome.
different stories.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'll watch those again. Those were awesome movies.
So what's a go-to a go-to Christmas movie to kind of start off your season? Do you got like a go-to
Yeah, Dan, you didn't pick a favorite.
that kicks off?
Oh, yeah, he did. He said
that's-
Home Alone or
yeah,
Santa
Home
Claus.
Alone, Santa Claus are probably. I mean, those are up there. There's gonna be a lot of them, though. I feel like I don't
I have a
know.
list.
All right.
So I kick off
I make a checklist
in
every
the
year.
first week. I'll kick off with the Santa Claus. Going in to the mid month, I'll ease into my favorites.
Okay.
I don't start with my favorites.
December 1st is Santa Claus for me every
Okay.
year.
When I get home, I'm watching Santa Claus.
Santa I
Ashton's
watch
in-
like ancillary Christmas movies sometimes building up to December 1st, but I told Savannah like we put on Santa Claus a couple nights ago and I turned it off. I said December 1st, Santa Claus. That kicks off for me the like Christmas thing.
Thanksgiving is over. It's all Christmas from here
crap, I
on.
gotta go to the symphony tomorrow.
Poor
For
guy.
what? What movie?
Home Alone.
You're gonna miss all the college games.
That's what I know. It's gonna cut my day in half.
Last weekend of regular college ball.
Can I tell
Don't
some-
forget, we're getting together next week for Georgia, Alabama.
I'm off next week.
He's in.
Can we go back to the Christmas movies?
Yeah.
real quick?
No, yeah, we're here.
Okay. Elf.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
I watched that last night.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. There's also Christmas with the Cranks.
Hey, this year,
Yeah.
20 years old.
Wow.
Elf.
Wow.
This year.
Does not feel like that old.
Nope.
Christmas with the Cranks is also one of them, and then
That's our next week's movie pick.
there you
We're
go.
watching it.
Perfect.
No, it's. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
We gotta
solid
watch
You
it
one.
might want to watch that tonight instead of Santa Claus.
Is that Tim Allen too?
Oh, don't worry.
Yep.
That is Tim Allen.
Tim Allen and
Don't worry.
Jamie Lee Curtis
Jamie Lee Curtis.
that we
is
figured
in
out
it,
last
yep.
week. Santa
And
Claus.
then Four Christmases I like a lot too.
Oh yeah. Do you like Polar Express?
You know what? I've only watched it really like one time.
Overrated, right?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's a good movie, but why everyone loses? They're like, I don't know. I just don't see why everyone goes nuts over it. I
Now,
guess.
damn, once the credits hit at the end, and Josh Groban.
Okay, so here we
appears.
are. I think the music of the movie is beyond almost everything else, but the movie itself, I think, is okay. It's good. It's good. It's okay, but I would put it like it'd be a little bit further down on my list. I'll say that.
I'm with you. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's not even on my list. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, okay. What are your other ones?
You want to go through it?
Yeah.
So these are just must watches, not even like top whatever.
All right.
Must watch it. What?
Dan, have you seen 8-Bit Christmas?
Oh yeah, I love that
Okay,
one.
good.
Yeah.
All right, continue.
That's on my list. Home Alone.
Yep.
New to the list, Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay.
It's, again, don't judge. It's sneaky. It's nice. Good holiday movie.
Sneaky and nice.
It's sneaky nice. Christmas with the Cranks. Home Alone 2. Santa Claus. How the Grinch Stole Christmas. The Grinch.
The Grinch.
The original How the Grinch Stole Christmas. I got to watch all three of them every year.
Okay.
But my favorite is How the Grinch Stole Christmas. The Jim Carrey one.
Yeah, that's a classic.
It's hard to not love that movie. Frosty the Snowman on Christmas Eve. Every year we watch it. Charlie Brown Christmas. It's on the list.
I don't like Charlie Brown Christmas. It's not my thing.
I just put it on this year.
Okay.
I want to test the waters.
Can I slide one in there real quick? It's new.
Hmm?
Brand new. I
Mhm.
just think it's funny. It's not necessarily like super Christmassy, but
Mhm.
I like it. Spirited. With Ryan Reynolds and Will
That's
Ferrell.
actually really funny.
I think that's a good movie. I think it's good. But
I watched that after I took edibles last year. It was one of the funniest movies I've ever seen.
that's
So I
fine.
haven't seen it sober yet,
Yeah.
but I was crying.
Now it's gonna ruin it for you.
It's probably gonna be
It's
horrible.
suck now. Have you seen it? Oh, it's good. It's good.
Where am I at? Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Okay.
Jingle All the Way.
Oh. Durable man.
Double man. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Elf.
man. Elf.
A Christmas Story.
Okay. Yeah.
Ernest Saves Christmas.
Christmas Story is top 3 for me.
Top notch. That
The-
is yes, easily.
It's up there.
That's one of the
The
best.
Holiday.
Oh my God! Yeah.
You guys like that one?
Yeah.
Jack Black?
Yeah.
Cameron Diaz?
Hey, that one's at the Symphony next month.
Don't go to Symphony.
And then last one is A Christmas Carol, the Jim Carrey one,
Oh, okay.
the animated one.
Yeah. All solid choices. I like all. Of
Those are
those.
my must-sees.
Wasn't expecting the holiday in there. That's
Yeah.
a feel-good movie.
Hmm. I'm a big unpopular. Well, it may be unpopular. I'm a huge fan of early 2000s rom-coms.
Love them.
Yeah.
That is a golden era of cinema that I think is not appreciated like it should be.
You know, I'm more of a ratings guy, but I do like the old rom-coms in the 2000s. It's just like one of those things that I like. I throw away ratings, and I just like, yeah, I'll enjoy this.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm so glad
I
you
would
told
like
the
to throw
boy.
a couple. Also, there's a couple comedies that I like that are Christmas themed, I guess, but not necessarily like super Christmassy. But like, you know, 8 Crazy Nights, I feel like is a classic as well too. With that,
I also didn't list that. I bought that last year. I didn't list my podcast pick for next week, or unless you do it next. But I didn't tell you guys what
You
my
could do it
picks are
next.
today. Okay. Because you don't know yet. do
Have you ever watched 8-Bit Christmas?
You don't know.
yes, I love
Yeah?
it. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
okay.
good one.
But we were
There's
just talking about that
another
when you
one
left.
though too. It's not 8-Bit Christmas, but it's the one. Remember they're in this like giant UFO looking thing. It's animated and
Oh.
you know what it
Claus,
is.
something Claus. It's animated. Oh.
Yep.
I like it a lot too, though. But I forgot the name of it.
I know.
But they treat it like an operation. Like they. Have
I know
a whole
Fred
command
Claus
center.
is with
It's close
Vince
to Fred
Vaughn.
Claus.
This is gonna bother
No, don't
all
look
of
it
us.
up.
Don't
Don't
look
look
it
it up.
I'm gonna look it up, but I'm not gonna tell you.
Okay. Oh, you're into this like me? It's usually just me.
It's the elf guy and
Mhm. Don't you?
I'm not gonna do it, but
Claus is in the name.
no, Claus is not in the name.
oh.
But his last name is part of like the Christmas spirit.
I'm not gonna remember it.
I'll just tell you the last name.
No,
is
no, I know it. I
just
know
the
it.
last name. Just the last name.
It's
I'll
Old
tell-
Saint Nick. It's related to Old Saint Nick.
No,
Nope.
I hope we're all thinking the same movie.
We are.
I don't know if we are.
Can I just say the last name?
Yeah.
Last name is Christmas.
Arthur Christmas.
That's it, baby. That's it. Arthur Christmas.
That's what it is.
Dude, that's a good one.
That's a really good
That's a
one.
very good movie.
Speaking of Netflix, I don't know if you A Boy Named Christmas. Have you
I
ever
haven't
seen that?
I don't think
That
Have
so.
you
sounds
seen
sad.
that?
That sounds sad. I don't want it.
Yeah, it does sound sad.
It's not sad. It's
Okay,
good. It's
okay.
good. It's on Netflix.
Do you guys
I'm surprised
remember
you picked Nightmare
when
Before
Mark
Christmas.
McAreath used to sing "Up on the Rooftop, Clink, Clink, Clink" in the Christmas special every
Yeah,
year? Oh, well,
he
what
had
you
that
gonna do?
voice. It was
He did.
golden.
Oh no, he sang Christmas Shoes. Oh my god.
He'll make your eyes wet.
The boy didn't have enough money to buy the Christmas shoes for his mother as she was gonna pass. I'll cry if I start thinking about that song.
That
so much.
song, well, and the way he sang
Oh
it too.
my
The guy had a great
gosh.
voice, man.
Tim, Christmas Shoes. Your mother loved that song.
Yeah.
Christmas Shoes. Oh my god, I can't even talk about it. We gotta move on. Tim, what's your go-to Christmas movie? Name one of them.
My go-to is
Just
Christmas
one.
Vacation.
All right.
I only watch. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I'll only watch Nightmare Before Christmas on Christmas Eve night. That's the only time I watch
Well,
it.
Mine's
I tried
Frosty.
to watch it with you guys one time and I fell asleep. It just wasn't for me.
Ashton doesn't like it either.
Yeah, it's just
Every year.
What's
Christmas
your favorite?
Eve.
What's your favorite scene from Christmas Story?
From Christmas Story?
There's a lot of them.
When they're eating Chinese food for dinner. They're the only people in the Chinese restaurant with all the other Chinese people.
You know, me and Christy do that. No.
Oh, yeah?
There was like 3 Christmases. Me and Christy got Chinese food. I was like,
And then
"General Tso's,
also,
please?"
literally, when he wins the major award, he gets a lamp, and his wife is very embarrassed, and he's like
Yep.
displaying it.
the
Is it
leg
little-
lamp.
little to the left.
And everybody's outside
Yeah.
gathering around. Classic.
Fragile.
The Hoyt hat.
Must be Italian.
Fragile.
Dude, it's hard to not name iconic scenes from that movie.
You
When
can't.
he's,
There's so
when he's
many.
eating the soap. when he gets kicked down the slide by Santa
You'll
Claus.
shoot your eye out.
You'll shoot your eye out when he's shooting the robbers in the
when
backyard.
they get their tongue stuck to the pole.
Tongue stuck to the pole. Oh my!
Or when they got
gosh.
bundled up and they can't
Yeah,
put
he's
their
sticking-
arms down.
yeah.
And like,
Yeah.
Or when he
falls down.
curses
Oh,
with
yeah.
the nut
At-
when he drops it.
Oh. He said, but I didn't say fudge.
What'd you say?
Yeah, I said a bad word. Oh
Classic.
man,
those were just classics.
And
man.
they play that movie on cable.
Well, they do
24
Christmas Eve to Christmas Day.
24
They do
hours.
24 hours
Yeah.
of
I
Christmas
mean, you
Story.
could probably name 15 iconic scenes from that movie.
You
It's
can't.
crazy.
Ash,
You know,
Christmas
Hoyt has a
Story.
Christmas leg. He has the
Christmas
leg
Story?
lamp.
Does he really?
Yeah,
Wow.
full size. Not even
Wow.
like a small one. It's the whole. It's the whole thing.
Jeez, man.
We were seeing what was your favorite scene from Christmas Story?
Well, I'll be honest. I don't think I've seen Christmas Story.
Whoa!
Wait,
When he walks down the stairs with the bunny costume.
You've never seen Christmas Story?
I don't think so.
If all people in this earth,
Remind me-
Ashton would be the one.
If you don't pick
You'll shoot
it,
your eye out with the
Not
BB gun.
Christmas Carol.
I don't.
No.
I don't know if I've ever met a person that
if he
hasn't
hasn't
seen it.
seen it, I'm picking that. If
I
he
think
hasn't
we
seen it.
we should make him watch
Christmas
Yeah.
this
Story.
movie. Oh, Christmas Story.
What's it about?
You'll shoot your eye out. It's the kid who got a BB gun for Christmas.
The major
and-
award, the leg lamp.
Oh yeah, I don't think I've seen it.
This one.
Whoa!
Yeah,
You've never seen it?
I don't think
Of
so.
all people, he should have seen this movie.
That is crazy. I don't know if I've ever met anyone. That
I mean,
hasn't
besides
seen
like Miracle on 34th Street or whatever, this is like the Christmas movie from like
this. I've actually never seen that.
I
way
haven't seen
back in the
Miracle
day.
either.
I've never seen Miracle on 34th Street.
Jesus.
This is the thing. A Christmas Story is so popular. Like, even if you don't want to watch it in your life, it's almost like you can't avoid it. So it's just always on during Christmas
Yeah.
time. To meet someone who has never actually
Dude.
watched it.
I mean, Fall Out Boy, You'll Shoot Your Eye Out. It's
Right.
named after the movie.
Yeah.
Right.
And you haven't seen it.
That blows my mind.
Tim, please pick that
Real.
movie.
I know blind people that have seen that movie. I'll be sorry. That was
Are
a
you
terrible
kidding
joke.
me?
Damn.
Dude, please pick that.
I don't know what to say.
I mean, it was number 17 on my must-watch Christmas list. And he
17?
hasn't seen it.
Way further down than it
I
should
didn't.
Yeah,
be.
I didn't.
way
I didn't.
further
It was a
down.
joke.
It's top 3 for me.
I didn't put it in order.
top 3 for me, Ash.
Jesus.
That is blowing my mind. I mean,
Have you seen Jingle All the Way?
No.
Whoa!
well, let's get
Yeah, but
Ash
thank God he's
inside.
seen Charlie Brown Christmas.
Ash, do you even celebrate Christmas?
Yes.
Are you American?
Quite festively.
Did we already get your top Christmas movies?
I don't think so.
Well, when we
Yeah,
ask him
let's
his
see-
top
let's
Christmas
see what
movies.
these are.
Relax a little bit. Let's.
What does that mean?
I was just asking a question.
No. Listen, let's. Go ahead. Go ahead. No, not you. Let's settle down. So
This guy.
let's go ahead and
I've
get
been
relaxed.
told,
a
I've been
little bit.
told to settle down when I felt like I was settled.
You're getting too excited for what he's about to say.
All right. Well, let's see. Rick Steve's crit. No, I'm just kidding.
Nah, that's what I thought you were gonna go with. That's where I thought I was leading the joke. He picked the Christmas. We did pick Christmas picks last year. We each picked a Christmas movie to watch. He picked 8-Bit Christmas. I picked Merry Christmas, Drake and Josh. He picked a documentary on a European Christmas.
I would have loved that.
And oh, stop!
I'll
oh,
shoot you a
haven't
link.
seen it. Yeah,
You'll like it.
yeah, you haven't seen it yet. That's what I was leading the joke. But go ahead, Ash. What's your favorite?
Yeah. So it'd be. I don't know if I can pick a favorite. Christmas Vacation. Santa Claus. Elf. Home Alone. Charlie Brown. Christmas with the Cranks. Like those are the ones I have to watch every year.
He's never seen Christmas. It's a problem.
Then choose it for your movie and I'll watch it.
It's already done.
Okay.
I'm still taken back by that. That is.
You didn't mention that last year.
So the bed sheets and now this.
You know, honestly,
It's-
the bed sheets take a backseat to this situation.
It's alarming. I wouldn't say it's like no.
And we're not over exaggerating.
It's yeah.
Literally, what is there? 2 channels on Christmas Eve.
They play 24/7.
Yeah, it's a
24
whole
hours.
week. Well, 24 hours. Is it 7 days?
I think it's a week.
That's all they do is they play A Christmas Story for like a week straight, 24/7. It's a thing. Like I said, I really, it's like people who don't even want to watch it somehow stumble into it and find it and watch it.
I mean, you'll shoot
Like-
your eye out.
So, guys, it's that thing of, the first 10 to 15 years of your life, you kind of have the movies that you watch. And then once you pass that point, you don't really venture out. You've got your movies. This is one of those situations.
Yeah, but A Christmas Story is different.
Christmas Story defies all odds.
It's just so popular that
I mean, with the bar soap,
I mean, if you were to
the tongue on the pole,
you'll shoot your eye out.
shoot your eye out.
the
kid.
dog's eating the Christmas dinner,
Fa ra 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 ra.
The leg lamp.
the leg lamp.
The leg lamp.
It sounds
Fragile.
sounds like Sandlot right now. The Great Bambino.
It's okay, Ash. You're gonna know what all these mean.
It's so. This is not.
Can
like,
we watch
I
it
don't know.
together? Can we watch it the weekend that you stay the night for the concert?
All right, that's fine. We're making a lot of plans for this weekend.
It's one plan. Oh, right, the other movie. We're
What
watching
about-
a lot of movies this weekend.
What about It's a Wonderful Life?
Yeah, the old movies like that was not really a thing in our house. We never watched them. So
That's-
like Miracle
yeah.
on 34th Street, It's a Wonderful Life. I don't really ever.
I've never seen them.
I don't think I've ever seen them.
It's the most depressing Christmas movie that's ever been created. But it's Savannah's dad's favorite movie. He's like, gotta watch it every year.
I feel like that. Well,
It's
it's part of
very
the
sad. It's sad. I don't know how it's like
Well,
a
isn't
staple.
a Miracle on 34th Street? Isn't that where they like dies or something and he sees life?
That's Wonderful
without
Life.
him? A Wonderful Life. Yeah, where they.
Yeah, he's gonna jump off a bridge and he sees what life's gonna be like without him. The whole movie, and it's black and white and it's eerie. The whole movie. It's dark.
So was life good without him?
I don't remember. I think it's sad. I think it's bad without him. So like the whole tone of the movie is he wants to not live, and then when he does that, the life that's going to go on is sad without him. So he doesn't end his life. The whole movie's about
But
like
he's still
suicide.
sad, even though he's living.
No, at the end of the movie, he's it's like a Christmas Carol kind of, right?
It's a Wonderful Life.
It's like Christmas Carol where he sees what it's going to be like without him, so then he's like thankful. It's like the episode in That 70s Show when Eric sees what it's like if he did never date Donna. It's better to have loved than lost to have never loved at all. It's one of those situations. So he's happy
but,
at the end of the movie.
I mean, in this scenario, why did he want to die in the first place? Why did he want to jump off a bridge?
I don't remember.
He was an alcoholic.
Yeah.
It was
Is
just,
that the one with the kid saying the bell rings and angel gets its wings? Oh.
So I mean,
It's in black and white.
after he doesn't jump off the bridge, does he do something that like changes his life to where he does like it?
He has a new outlook on life, I think is what
it's
it
basically
says.
like existence is better than non-existence kind of message.
It's
Gotcha.
not worth watching. Like I don't want to say that, but it's hard to see it as a Christmas classic, and then you watch it, and the whole movie. It's first of all, it's black and white. It's from like the 50s, maybe.
Look, it's one of those movies where after you watch it, you hug your family.
Yeah, I guess.
You're thankful?
But you could just watch 8-Bit Christmas and be thankful that your parents just hung out with you.
Just a different.
It's
It's getting in there at a different angle.
I guess so.
It's cutting
Still
deep.
sad.
Yeah, I don't know, but nonetheless, those movies, the older movies like that, I don't really remember watching or anything like that. I never saw those.
The only movie I remember like from my childhood that was a regular was A Christmas Story.
Yeah,
Like my parents put it on every year. We had an ornament on the tree of him in the bunny suit.
That was like 92.
Well, Santa, yeah, but that came out when I was born. I mean, like what my parents were
Um,
like. This is what we're watching this year.
Gotcha.
Do you guys like all three Santa Clauses, or you just watched the first one?
First one. Not
First
that the
one's
others
my
are-
go-to.
Not that the others are bad, but it's just something about the
It,
first
for
one.
me, it's perfectly in order: 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
1 is a must-watch. 2, I'm gonna watch, but it's like whatever. 3 all. It's like I
you're,
really like
you're
Marty
in this
Short.
deep at this point. You might as well finish it.
The OG Santa Claus just has that special.
There's no doubt it's the best.
It's the best, and honestly, I watch all 3 every year because my mom always has them on. But I could go without the second
Even
and
2?
third.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first one just does it. You're like, you don't have to watch 2
So,
or 3.
That's how
have you guys seen the TV series?
My parents watch season 1. They're on season 2, and they said it's awful.
It's one of those seasons. It's one of those things where I don't need it.
Okay.
If it's cool, if it's good, fine.
I
I'm not
haven't
gonna
watched
watch it.
yet.
I'm not. I don't care.
They don't like it.
They don't.
Season 2, no, they don't like it.
Okay.
So for me, it's the same as Home Alone. 1, even 1 and 2. I take that back immediately. Home Alone 2 is like as good as number 1.
Yeah.
If not, I might say it might even be better. Lost in New York.
Yeah.
I think it might be better for me. What do you think? I see you contemplating over there.
I don't think it's. I think it's one of those things where 1 is such like a staple classic. Like 2 is great. 2 is really good. I like 2 a lot, but I don't think anything beats number 1.
I think it's one of the best as far as like going from original to sequel.
Yeah, yeah.
It's unbelievable how great they both are.
And man, does he rack in the money during the holidays? He's like Mariah Carey.
Remember 2 years ago he was on the Google commercial?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Man.
Him and Mariah Carey, they are Christmas.
You talking about Tim Allen?
No,
No,
Kevin
Macaulay Culkin.
Macaulay Culkin, yeah.
Oh, we've switched to Home Alone.
Yeah. No, that's what I was
we were
talking about with.
Santa Claus.
So Lost in New York, Home Alone. The second one.
I didn't really like the second one.
Really?
I like both of them equally.
It seems like to me it should have been a one and done.
What?
I'll be honest. Sometimes I think 2 is more iconic.
Really?
With the 2 turtle doves.
With the hotel?
The hotel being in the park, Central Park at midnight with the.
I mean, that iconic scene when they run in the hotel room and he plays the.
Well, that's from the first one too.
Yeah, but the second one's better when they all rush in.
Oh yeah, and they're
I
down
love
on the
you.
ground. Yeah, that's true. And Trump is in the second
We
one.
got an insane guest with a
Yeah.
gun.
That's true, man. Sometimes second one almost seems more iconic.
Yeah. It almost makes you want to build a Lego of it when you're watching it.
Indeed.
Yeah, it would be nice. One day.
No, I think the second one does have. I think out of anything ever made, I think those 2 movies, like a sequel leading over, really holds up.
Did you like Home Alone 3? Did you ever watch it?
No.
Do you remember that one?
Never watched it.
It was all right.
Anyway, after that, you'll get it December 11th if you purchase it.
60 days.
60.
Yeah.
This morning it said December 11th you would get it.
Jeez, well, not anymore.
Oh.
What is it?
I don't know.
Home Alone.
The Home Alone Lego set, it's back ordered 60 days.
'Tis the season.
It's crazy.
That set though, when it retires, no, that's gonna be a
What's
big
the set of again? Is it the
Home
house?
Alone house. Yeah. He looks at it every year.
Every
Says
year.
he wants to buy it for the holidays.
Surprised he bought Rivendell and not that.
Rivendell's pretty awesome, man.
It is, though.
That's
I don't know.
I'm surprised I still own that. I'll be honest with you.
Anything else crazy you would like to say?
Talk about another thing I've never seen.
What's that?
Yeah, he's never seen Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings?
Yeah,
He's never seen Lord of the Rings.
He has them.
I do have. I do have. Yeah, I bought
He's
them.
purchased them. He's never watched them.
They're so long. Such a commitment.
You wouldn't know.
I can
at this
see
point-
the amount of hours a movie is.
At this point, I don't think he would enjoy it like everybody's building it up to be. At
Yeah,
this point,
it's
it's
been-
diminished returns. If he sees it, he's going to be like, okay.
No, it still holds up.
the ROI.
They're
No,
still
I'm not.
great.
I'm
gonna
not
be
denying
great.
that. I'm saying at this point for him,
Everyone's
he's not
like,
going to be
"You
blown
gotta
away.
watch it. You got to do this.
Exactly.
It's
The
amazing.
expectation is too high for him.
Expectations are what ruins life. Is that a thing? I've heard like a level of that. Maybe it's not as severe as it wanted to be, but
Pessimism is often the wise outlook. Because then you're pleasantly surprised when things
Sounds
go well.
like you.
Yeah. What did you say?
I said it sounds like Tim.
I think if you enjoyed Game of Thrones as much as you did, you would enjoy Lord of the Rings.
And how many seasons of Game of Thrones is there?
Like
8.
18.
8 sad seasons. It could have gone with 6.
6
Oh,
good
come
seasons.
on.
And how
Oh,
long
come
is each
on.
episode?
Relax.
An
Like
hour.
An hour and a half.
How
or
many
something.
episodes is there?
10 episodes per season. Each one was an hour, but I think each season finale was an hour and a half.
So there's roughly 100 hours of Game of Thrones.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't watch 9 hours of Lord of the Rings?
Nope.
Good logic there.
No, I think there. Sometimes I struggle with like. I don't know what the proper term for like what it falls into, but like the sci-fi and like I don't know what's the category for Lord of the
Fantasy?
Rings? Fantasy, I guess. Yeah. Sometimes I struggle with that. It just it doesn't like Game of Thrones is all very real. Like I could see that that's probably exactly what happened back then and the way it was and everything. I don't know. It just seems like a very real world to, I guess, kind of live in, except the dragons situation. But all the rest of it seems like a very real part of life, I guess. But I don't know. Like Lord of the Rings, I'm like, man, everyone's tripping out about the ring, man. Like, I don't know. It's just, I know it's an all-time great. I understand that, but those style movies, I guess, I struggle to like dive into it. I don't know. Because I did, when Lord of the Rings first came out, I remember Jonathan got it. We went to Hollywood Video and we rented Lord of the Rings and we brought it back on VHS and we watched it on that big ass console TV that we had, that big brown one with the speakers on the left and the right side. And we did. We watched it and it was like 4 hours long at the time. And I just remember getting through and they're walking around some volcano or some shit. And I was like, I'm out. Like I went to sleep like after that. I was also 12. But I have tried to rewatch it like 2 or 3 times and I just struggled with like getting into it. I just wanted to change it to something else. I just couldn't.
I'll say this. If you can sit through 3 hours of The Godfather, you could sit through 3 hours of Lord of the Rings. Because we were very anxious during Godfather. We were ready to get up, but you did it.
None of you wanted to
How
commit
many
to having a
times
good
did
time.
I stand up and get frustrated though? And you guys made me sit
Man,
back
you-
down.
It
to finish
was
it.
chair.
raining outside. What else were we gonna do?
Anything else? I would have rather watched Harry Potter.
I had a great time. You've seen it 1,000 times. Try
Yeah, but
something new.
Before then, I also watched The Godfather multiple times. That was not new for me.
Well, I hope before you die that you see Lord of the Rings.
What's happening over there, Jess? You all right?
What are you gonna do?
You're a wizard, Harry.
It was a cold, rainy day. I do remember that. I don't know if it was cold, but it was rainy.
I'm pretty sure it might have been your idea to watch it.
I don't think it was.
I might have been.
No, because didn't I call out of work for that?
I don't think it was. If anything, that was your choice to call out of work to hang out.
Because I
with
wanted to
us.
hang out with you guys.
But again, it was pouring rain outside. And we were like, we might as well watch The Godfather. We all agreed before we actually committed to it. Once it started, I think we started to change our minds. But then we were like, oh, we might as well do it.
I just remember I don't really call out of work ever. I really don't.
Same.
I'm very like persistent about being there. And I remember the only
What's that like?
the only time I had called out was because of actual situations. And this time I called out and just said I was sick because they were off and at the house or just hanging out. And I was like, man, today is rainy. It's going to be a crappy day anyway. I don't want to go to work. I want to hang out with you guys.
That's right.
And like just chill. We can watch movies. Like, but I expected like, I guess like funny stuff. I don't know. Like I wanted to be like entertained and have fun. And then The Godfather's just so like
heavy and dense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was just like, this sucks, man. I wish I had a better day than what we're doing
I
right
know.
now.
He was saying, sitting in
We could have bailed.
I tried to after like an hour and a half to 2 hours.
He was in a recliner, and all of a sudden, just halfway through the movie, he just puts the thing down, and he's like, "This is ridiculous. I want to do something on my day off."
I was real bothered.
Poor Dan.
That was a tough day. Don't wave your hand.
He committed.
I'm glad we watched one
I already
and
saw
two.
The Godfather. I already saw it. I think did we not watch both that day?
No, we watched one together, and then me and you went to my parents, and we watched the second one. You fell asleep,
Yeah.
and I wanted to just not watch it anymore. It was rough.
I didn't. Oh, I fell asleep too. And
Oh, yeah,
then
you
I
were
left.
there. Yeah, you fell asleep and left.
I left.
So they didn't want to watch it either on this second one.
And I'm not watching the third one. I heard that one's shit anyway.
Did we not watch the third one at your parents? Or was
No.
that two?
And that was just two.
That's when they went to Italy.
That was like the backstory when
Yeah.
he was younger.
I knew that.
Yeah.
Mm-mm-mm. What are we looking at over there, fellas? You looking at Legos?
This is none of Tim's concern.
Jesse's buying the Home Alone Lego.
It's not true.
Is he really?
No. We're doing some math. Continue.
Is it you're mathing it out to buy the Lego?
So,
Okay, guys, did anyone buy anything for Black Friday?
Yeah, we need to circle back.
yeah, we do need to circle back. I did not. I bought coffee.
You bought coffee?
What
I
kind of
bought
coffee?
Yeah, just some Nespresso pods. That's it. They were nothing special.
Hey, coffee's coffee, man.
Coffee's
right.
coffee. They weren't on sale either. They were full price.
Good for you.
They did not have a Black Friday sale. Well, I mean, they did, but Nespresso, they have like this absurd
you got VIP ones?
amount of like dollars do you have to spend in order to get stuff. They always want you to spend over $100 on coffee.
They don't work.
I'm like, I'm not buying that much coffee at one time. I'm really not. Like, they're like, oh, spend over $99 worth of coffee and you get free 2 cappuccino mugs. You know?
Supply?
And like, I'm like, oh,
What is
well,
it
the
for?
cappuccino mugs are nice, but how much do I need to spend on coffee? I have to
Oh, you keep
buy
adding
over
them?
100
I didn't know you
capsules.
keep-
Like,
didn't
you
know
know what
you
I
could
mean?
keep
Like, I'm like,
adding
that's absurd. And Nespresso is not cheap. Like, it's $1.15 per pod. So like, yeah, I'm spending $115
So how
on
much does it
coffee in
end up
order to get
being?
2 free
How much
mugs.
are you getting off?
I have plenty of mugs. You know, like it's not like I don't know.
45.
But either way, I bought 50.
Are you a cup of coffee a day kind of guy, or you do more than that?
No, I'm usually a cup. Sometimes I'll do 2. Sometimes I'll do none. I guess it just depends on the day. I find I drink most coffee when I'm off and trying to quote unquote relax,
Yeah.
which is
Awesome.
opposite of when you need to drink coffee is when you're relaxing. You know.
Yep.
But yeah, it just depends on the morning, I guess. There's very few times I'll drink less than like I won't drink anything. But yeah, usually at least 1 cup a day for the most part.
Yesterday it was December 11th.
I feel like they're in their own little world right now.
Yeah. If you're gonna have a side conversation, don't hold the mic up to your mouth.
That's insane. Yesterday, I was on Lego's website, and the Home Alone Lego was back ordered for December 11th. The next day, he's looking at it, and it's back ordered till February.
That's
It's
tough.
Christmas.
It's Christmas.
I get that, but one day equals 2 months later?
It's a hot item right
That's
now.
Stupid.
That's crazy.
It is
even worth
crazy
it.
though.
Don't say that. He has coupons.
Yeah, what if it ships early?
Do you think it would?
Yeah.
No.
Why would it not?
I don't know.
It would for him.
It would. It would be just luck.
Doesn't
It-
work like that.
it
Dan.
does work like
I'm
that.
sorry, Dan.
Dan Luck's not a thing anymore. It's gone. You guys took all of it.
It will always be a thing.
It's not always a thing.
Happened to me last week.
There you go.
It's not Dan Luck. I haven't had Dan Luck.
Literally, the first thing I thought when I pulled the bag open and pulled the jersey out, oh my! This is Dan Luck.
This is. I don't understand. I haven't gotten anything.
So this is
free
what it feels like.
since literally those pair of shoes you talked about earlier. That was the last time I got
I
anything.
think there was a lot of
for
Dan
free.
Luck that built up to that. I don't think it was just the
There's
shoes.
3, maybe 4 instances where Dan luck came from. And you guys have all had better luck than me after
Yeah, but
that.
those instances were insane.
They weren't. They
Did
really
you
weren't.
get a vacuum for free?
Yes.
Did I get a vacuum for free? Yeah, but that was because I bought other stuff and built up points.
Do we still do timestamps?
It's going to be hard to timestamp this.
3
We were
hours,
all over the
29
place.
minutes. Jesse just purchased the Home Alone Lego.
Timestamp it, baby!
And you'll be happy to know he is a saver. He got $45 off with coupons that he's been
Wow.
saving points for.
So I did make a Black Friday purchase.
Okay.
Put that in the Black Friday category.
You make me want to make a purchase.
What?
Tim,
Buy a TV.
let's keep up this energy now.
What's past the iPad around the room? We'll just see what
Everyone gets something?
It's already feeling warm. Let's get in on it.
Tim, what would you purchase right now if
I'm
you
gonna
had to?
regret that tomorrow.
You had to buy something right now.
Well, there's a difference between I need a TV, but I want shoes.
Well, it's okay. Well,
How do you spell Best Buy?
you do need. Yeah, there's some TVs on sale now. Check out BrandSmart too.
Let's not talk about the purchase I just made as we exit the room in a couple minutes.
I'm texting Savannah right now.
Let's not.
Guess what Jesse got?
Hey, that's a good one.
Do I need an 86?
86-inch TV. You see where Tim goes right away. Right for the biggest TV possible. That's a wall. That was bigger than the wall I had when I was at your dad's house.
I can get it for $8.99.
That's bigger than the half wall, Jess.
I didn't know they did 86-inch TVs.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
How much is it?
$8.99.
That's nothing. Tim, buy the TV.
I'm only saving $350. It's $12.50.
Only $350.
That's 25% off.
Those are my utility bills.
Yes, but this Samsung 65-inch 4K Ultra HD Smart TV is $1,600, but I'm saving $500.
Is it 86 inches? Go back.
I do not need an 86-inch TV. That is
Says who?
freaking huge.
Who says who?
My parents have a 70, right?
Yeah,
Or is it
and
75?
It looks small up there. It doesn't. No, it does not. I'm glad if you're watching, it doesn't look small.
Tim, you got to think about the future, though. You're going to have your own place.
Yeah.
In less than 4 months.
And then what's going to happen?
You
They're
need
going to
a
look,
big
get a TV,
TV.
and you're going to be like, oh my God, there's so much dead space around it. And then
If-
Hannah's going to spend more money trying to decorate around it. And then when realistically, you just put all your money into an 86-inch TV and she got nowhere to put decorations after
That's
that.
huge.
That's a huge TV.
That's huge TV.
You know? Yeah. That's a huge TV, man.
It's a statement piece, too. When people walk in the house, they're going
Oh,
to say,
God.
this man is doing fine.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Did you see his shoe collection?
Yeah, my shoes are going to be non-existent after that purchase.
Well, listen, I mean, they would be blinded. All right, they won't be able to see your shoe collection.
Dan, I was running it past Ashton and Jesse. I might purge some shoes to get other shoes that I want in my...
But he doesn't know which shoes he's going to purge.
Tim does that though. Tim would just be like, "It's time for something new," but he doesn't know what's new yet. And you just, I'm still mad at you for getting rid of all the Yeezys you dumped.
13 pairs of Yeezys I got rid of. 4 pairs of Jordans I got rid of.
That's Jesus.
3 pairs of Dunks.
That was wild.
I got rid of 20 pairs of shoes.
I was actually mad at you. That wasn't even like a fake. Oh, I'm mad at you. What are you doing? That was like, I'm actually.
Dan, I had an
actually
absurd amount of Yeezys. I got rid of 13 pairs of Yeezys.
13. He had the frozen yellows,
The creams, the butters.
the creams,
the
the,
ash
butters,
blues,
the zebras,
the
the,
breads.
ash blue breads, and those are just to name a few.
Shoes?
Yeah.
Yeah, I told him I was thinking about purging some when I told you guys.
Yeah, okay. You didn't get into TV?
No.
I told him. I mean, it's gonna, even if he buys a cheaper one, saves a couple bucks, then Hannah has to decorate around the TV. That's spending more money.
You
Where
can
you
put
buy
a
the
house around the
86
TV
inch.
also.
You buy what?
That's a large TV.
86-inch, that is
And you can't
absurd.
not get an 86 now that you know they make an 86,
Yeah,
right?
That's true. And you know you can.
We're on the
afford it.
same page, right?
Do you think Best Buy's got deals on GoPros?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You want a GoPro?
You want a GoPro?
Interesting. GoPro would be nice.
For what?
Trips. Places that rhyme with Rublage.
Would you need it? Ash, you do have a 14 Pro, which the camera on that's pretty. You can probably, it's good. It's a very, very good camera. You probably buy a gimbal and get better results.
Gimbals are actually pretty awesome. Have you seen the stuff they do?
Yeah.
So you
DJI?
download an app on the phone when you get the gimbal. They can do stuff like when you have the phone attached to the gimbal, you can select who it follows, and no matter where you put the camera, it like follows the person.
Yeah.
No matter where. There's some crazy stuff that stuff does. Let me type in gimbal on Best Buy.
I'm just wondering, is there any particular reason why a GoPro?
We're just
No,
getting
just
into videography, I think, lately.
Which, actually, me and Lou were just talking about this the other day because he was taking pictures of Mr. Carell and Uncle Lou riding motorcycles and stuff like that. He has a Google Pixel, and he was like, dude, the camera on the Pixel is almost like untouchable. It's so good. And then even Lou, who is an Android fan, he goes, but if you're taking video, the iPhone's where it's at, as when it comes to video. So 14 Pro and 15 Pro are excellent for it.
It was a good purchase.
But yeah, I think a good
I'll be
gimbal,
happy
which a
in 3
good
months.
gimbal is going to cost you a couple $100 still.
Is it
but
really? You think?
I
It's really
think
gonna
you'll
take
get
that
better
long?
video out of the iPhone than out of a GoPro in most scenarios.
Okay.
Save it for next year.
Probably.
Dan taught me out of it.
Nice.
Well, because GoPros are going to be between like $300 to $500. You get a good gimbal for like $200 to $250, and I think you'll be able to do a little bit more with it. I don't know. I never really had a GoPro though either. I think you did though, Jess, right?
Yeah. Didn't use it much.
Mm.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen, we got anything else?
No, I think we're good.
Listen, one thing I do want to say. At some point, Dan and or Tim, I want to get a sushi boat.
A sushi boat? I don't know what that is.
He wants to go to a sushi restaurant and order a big ass sushi boat.
Oh, okay.
I have photos.
Can I? Okay, I do want to see this. Have you been to the all-you-can-eat sushi place? I've been to one. It's by H Mart. Do you know where H Mart is?
Mhm.
Remember going up there?
Mm-hmm.
And it's one of those vending machine sushi places. Would you be in for would that be equal or?
Listen, Dan.
Okay, I like where this is going.
This is the place up on 81 next to Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah. Okay. Wow, that's a bit extravagant right there. There's flowers. Man, that looks great. I didn't know it was an actual boat.
We need
That's awesome.
someone needs to get involved in it with me.
Yeah, no, I'm in. I love sushi.
Okay.
Do it.
Dan,
We're coming up on 4 hours.
I'm glad you came back.
Same.
I didn't realize that it was so long since you've been on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's been a little while. Year and 3 months, I guess. You said
15
August?
months. Yep.
Wow, that is a while.
Mm-hmm.
That is a while.
We're
But
gonna
yeah,
make it.
man,
We'll make it regular.
Jesse and
I
I were
had fun,
talking
though.
about last week, at least quarterly, having like guests rotating. Maybe more than quarterly. But I feel like Dan, Trey, and Zach, we need to and we got to get Jake on at some point.
That's gonna be. We'll do this as we sign off. When we do book the bachelor party trip, we are recording a groomsmen episode, all 5 of us together.
5.
Which
Wha-
will, don't worry, Tim, will not be released until after the vows are exchanged.
That's right.
All right?
That's right.
So
That is a small taste of your bachelor party.
so on the trip back from the honeymoon, then you can listen to it. She can't do anything at that point.
Yeah. Contract signed.
Locked
Vows-
in.
Locked in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I like this.
Yep. So that's gonna happen. All right. Well, Dan, dude, seriously, this is fun.
Thanks, guys. Yeah,
This
good
was
time.
awesome.
Good time.